in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the discussion. We have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of people out there that are confused. There's a lot of people out there that are angry, but more so confused than anything. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be discussing RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 12. In all actuality, like in all seriousness, there was only like two things that happened this chapter. Ironwood fighting everybody, and Team RWBY and company making those two wishes. Like, those are the two main points, but I feel like there's so much other things to, there's so much nuance to what happened, right? So yeah, I'm going to try my very best to enlighten those of you who are genuinely confused, because it took me, I didn't get it on my first watch either. It actually didn't take me until the evening of watching the chapter like 3 times to be like, okay, I get it. I understand what's happening. And then I immediately had to go to Twitter and be like, it makes sense. I promise. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys all for tuning in. We're going to be starting the discussion in about 20 minutes. So if you're here now, yeah, I'm here to chat with y'all. And we're going to shoot the breeze and let people tune in before we jump into it. As per usual, my reaction goes up tomorrow at noontime. Tomorrow is also penultimate chapter 13. Next weekend is the finale. So I don't enable slow chat until we actually start the discussion, Nathaniel. So don't worry. I'm not. I know exactly when to initiate that. So but yeah, I am also, by the way, for anyone who's curious, so I've been doing these like mini RWBY discussions for like the last 2 weeks now. I have a couple more coming out. Oh my god, the Ozpin video that I have prepped for either Monday or Tuesday. I put so much fucking work into that video, it's absurd. Like, I put so much editing into that video. You guys are gonna understand when you actually see it, but it's obnoxious the amount of editing I put into the Ozpin video that you guys are gonna see later this week. But normally what I would do is I would do my live stream discussion, and then I would take any major talking points of the discussion and make an individual video, like if I feel like more people should check it out or whatever. I actually already recorded a video for Ambrosius and the whole creation explanation thing as its own video. I'm posting that on Sunday because I don't want the thumbnail to spoil people. Because, like, I don't know how I'm going to make an interesting thumbnail that's relevant to the topic of the video before first members see the episode. So, if you are still confused from the discussion, that video will be an explanation video for you to be able to understand it maybe a little better than I can explain it to, like, hundreds of people in real time. Also, shout out to Amazon, not sponsored, by the way, because, I'll be honest, the explanation of the creation method and process, it's inherently confusing. It's supposed to be very, slick of the tongue, like very selective wordplay. And it's supposed to come off as confusing because because there's a loophole being developed. And so I feel like visual aid is required to help people understand what's happening. Hi, Taylor. Can't wait for the Ozpin video. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. It took me all of yesterday to edit. Like, I didn't get anything else done. I was like, damn, I was supposed to upload a video yesterday, but I had no time. Like, I spent all day I spent all day yesterday editing it, and then I needed more edits, so I have an editor now to help me with some videos. So I sent the finished video to the editor to make the additional edits, so it's like edits on top of edits, and I really hope it comes out well. I really hope people like it. Holy snap! Hunt SD with the $100 super chat. Do not fall. I have 3 words to say to you, my friend. I may fall. You had to have expected that, right? I said that in my reaction too. I was like, I may fall. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Pigeon Power, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey man, super excited for this. Good to see ya. Thank you so much, Pigeon. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for the super chat. Also, Simply Better, thank you for the $5 super chat as well. I hope you enjoy the Ozpin video. A Merry Dawn, I think that's how you say that. Thank you for the super chat as well. Hey, Arnold, I hope all is well. Also, Winter's attack was hella anime. That shit was so fucking cool. That whole fight, I was like, I remember, okay, so real quick, guys, I think we predicted everything that happened last week's chapter. I was watching the entire video. I was watching the episode, and I was like, bro, everything we called in the live stream discussions over this entire volume came true. Winter and Marrow teamed up. Everybody turned on Ozpin. Emerald used her semblance. Like, Emerald was like a big contributing factor to that plan actually popping off. So, like, she's officially, like, been helping out. What else? Penny became a real girl. So, like, every single thing that happened came true. Arnold, are you feeling okay? Yeah, so I was really sick yesterday. I hate getting sick because looking at me right now, you would think I wasn't sick yesterday. I hate... there's few things in this world that I tolerate. There's very little things that I can genuinely say I hate. And one of the things I hate is being sick. It's like the worst thing ever, because like I have to deal with it, right? It's also like the worst feeling in the world, just being constantly fatigued. So I had like really bad like body aches yesterday. The worst sicknesses, like the worst kind of sicknesses, is when you cough and it immediately hurts your head. Like when you have to cough, but you have to suppress your coughs because you know there's gonna be like some recoil pain. Yeah. I hate being sick. I think the worst I got sick in recent years was when I went to RTX 2017. I think that's the first time I caught the infamous con flu. I was sick for 5 days, and like it was awful. Like I was in bed for 5 straight days. It was terrible. It was so bad to the point where one of the days I was sick, my sleeping on my bed like was causing me pain, and I actually had to sleep on my bedroom floor. This is when I was roommating with a buddy. But like, it was awful. I remember like one day I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to sleep on my floor because it's way more comfortable than sleeping on my bed. It was awful. I was like 5 days. I didn't edit anything. I didn't do anything after I came back from RTX. It was awful. But yeah, yesterday was rough. I literally just edited and just sat on the couch all day and did nothing. So, I edited that Ozpin video because I was literally just using my hands. I was just like, I literally felt like death. But yeah. Hydro, thank you for the $10 super chat. Unfortunately, last week I was told I had COVID. Luckily, I've been handling it well because there's no damn way I'm missing the end of Volume 8. I hope that it doesn't bring the mood down. Hope you're all well. I mean, I hope the best for you, Hydro, at the very least. Stay hydrated. No pun intended for your name. Oh my god. Yeah, did you guys? Yeah, I made like a really clever, unintentional pun last week. And I just did it again. Anyways, I hope you stay hydrated because, like, obviously that's the number one thing if you're sick. Dan, I swear to God, your puns are rubbing off on me, dude. You know, obviously vaccinations are I think by May 1st, they're going to be available to, like, everybody. So hopefully you're able to pull through and you know, hopefully it's not too much of a drag, or hopefully it's not affecting you in your ability to live your day-to-day life. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. StarCraft Squall. Hi, Arnold. Hope you're feeling better. Do you know if RWBY's release schedule will be affected by daylight savings? No. It's still gonna come out same time as it always does your time. So for me, the episode comes out every day at 11 a.m. because I'm on the West Coast. I'm sorry, I'm on the East Coast. And so it'll still come out at 11 a.m. tomorrow. I don't think it's ever changed. Like, I think time is always, like, whether the clocks go forward or backward, I think it's always been the same. Thank you guys all for the super chats. Jesus Christ, we haven't even gotten into the discussion yet. We still have about 10 minutes for people to tune in. There's 500 of you guys here, so I really appreciate that. Kita, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Enjoy the emotes and the RWBY badge. You'll also have access. I mean, you're already in the Discord, but if you become a channel member, you'll also have access to my Discord server, which is private. Also, I only have one bottle of water, but it's like, it's how many fluid ounces? 33.8 fluid ounces. So this is like 2 regular water bottles combined. So hopefully there won't be too many bathroom breaks today. Let's see. AK Motions, thank you for the $20 super chat. This joke / possibility might have been asked before, but if Glinda gets her aura boosted from Jean, she could put the moon back together, or at least mess around with the pieces to create a smiley face or something. Yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, the pieces of the moon aren't really they're kind of still in place by like the moon's gravitational pull, I assume. So, I mean, I guess she could do whatever the hell she wants. That's kind of funny though. I do like that. I do like that joke. I do like that idea. Chelsea, hello Arnold. I hope you're feeling well. Also, hubby and I just got our pup, and now are going to have her watch all of your reactions so we can react to with you tomorrow. Giving you love. Thank you so much. That's great to hear. God, I can't wait till I get like a cat. I grew up with dogs my whole life, so when I get like my own house and my own place, like when I get my own, like the next step from like living on my own in an apartment is to someday own a house. I really want a cat. I actually want 2 cats, at least 2 cats, because I always grew up with dogs. But like the older I get, like cats are so self-sufficient. So that's kind of what I want a cat for. Also, I've never had a cat as a pet growing up. So yeah, it's always something that I've thought of. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys are popping off today. Jesus, I can't keep up. Lily, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Glad to have you in the stream. Save the bees, Allie. Actually, tomorrow's episode will come out an hour earlier for everyone but people from US. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Devil Blight, we have a new champ and her name is M. Cena. Oh god. Yeah, Emerald popped off. I like she took away his weapon. You know what I mean? Like his Giga, what it's like, it's a hand, like, someone in the comments of my early access reaction, I was like, oh my god, that's not even a hand cannon. Someone's like, that's not a hand cannon, that's a grand cannon. And I thought that was really clever. So, I think that's what we should call it from now on, the grand cannon. Or the gun. He put his 2 minor guns in to power this 1 giga gun. So it's literally the gun at this point. Sydney, Hannah Kinney, I think that's how you say that. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emblem, your RWBY emblem, your emotes. You'll also have access to the Discord. If you link your YouTube account with your Discord, you should be able to find my server that way. Replicated Becca. Hey Arnold, first time sending a super chat. I've been a fan of yours for a couple of years. Thank you for being the RWBY hype man for all these years. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream discussions. I appreciate the support and the super chats. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for the foreseeable future. For as long as RWBY's around, I'll be covering it. These last, how long have I been on YouTube? These last 8 years, 7, 8 years have been great for discussing and talking about RWBY, doing all about, a bunch of different content for RWBY, from reactions, reviews, live stream discussions, shit posts, memes, theories. So I really appreciate the fact that you guys, show up and show out every volume when RWBY comes around. You guys watch the content. You guys, are in the live chat. You guys are super friendly to each other. And you guys ultimately support it, and that's what enables me to be able to do this every year. So, I appreciate you guys very, very much for that as well. Where do you watch the RWBY videos, Arnold? Roosterteeth.com is where you watch all of the up-to-date RWBY episodes. You can watch them for free. It's just first members get the next episode a week early. But yeah. All right, let's see. Hayden. Hi, Arnold. I like RWBY and Thomas and Friends. Is Thomas and Friends? Oh. Okay, I was going to say, is Thomas and Friends like the tank engine? And then I looked at your profile pic, so yes, it is. That's great to hear. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Dark Titan. Sad to say I have to go to work, so I'll catch up later. Hope to hear a good amount about Penny. Oh, trust. There'll be enough to talk about in this video, and then I'll make my own separate video on Sunday about the whole creation process as well. Lily, thank you as well for becoming a channel member. You'll also have access to the Discord. Appreciate y'all. Jesus, you guys are ready. Thank you guys all so much. I appreciate it. Hey. Remember, guys, stick around to the very last minute to get the most prime content possible. We have another page to get through in Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat. So, that's a thing. If you want to stick around for that at the very end. Just finished 3 hours of lectures. I'm so ready for this. You remembered? Oh, yeah. I mean, we're doing this every volume, every chapter discussion until hopefully they can come out with another 60 episodes because there's 61 pages in this book. So if not, that's going to be really awkward. I think they will. I think they will. Quality content. Let's see. Okay. So thank you guys all so much for tuning in. We have almost 700 people in chat. Salvador 001. Hey, here's some money. Thank you so much for the super chat, Salvador. I think you're gonna enjoy the Ozpin video that I made on Sunday, Salvador. You specifically, I think you'll enjoy that video. So be sure to watch it. It should be out Sunday or Monday. Wait, no, not Sunday. I apologize. It's not gonna be out Sunday. The Penny Ambrosius video is gonna be out Sunday. So Monday or Tuesday, Salvador, make sure you check out the channel and see what I upload. I think you in particular will enjoy it. I think everybody will, but you in particular. But yeah, it's really fun. I put a lot of work into it. A little too much work if you ask me. Did you mean to hold up the Cat in the Hat book? Absolutely, yep, I did. Dr. Seuss is the Cat in the Hat, I might add. But yeah, it's an inside joke. I'll eventually upload a video someday explaining it for those of you who are like, what the fuck? I thought this was a RWBY discussion. Why are we talking about Dr. Seuss? Aw, man. I need to get Dr. Seuss's Bartholomew and the Ooplex, because that's literally Dr. Ooplex reference. Like, Ooplex's name is Bartholomew Ooplex, and he's based off of the Dr. Seuss book. So, that's the book I should have read, because I actually I really miss Ooplex. And Port, actually. Okay, I need to stop. I'm literally drinking. I'm literally like a fourth through this water bottle, and we haven't even started the discussion yet. Okay. I think this is a good point to shift gears. So we do have a poll this week too. I'm sad to say that there are some people out there that eat cereal the wrong way. What are you gonna do? But you know, it is what it is. I still love and appreciate you guys nonetheless. I just think you guys are objectively a little weird. But, you know, y'all are a different breed. Let's just leave it at that. Cicely Colvin, I think that's how you say that. Hey, just wanted to say how much I appreciate you and everything you do. RWBY has never been the same to me after watching your videos. Thank you. That's really kind and sweet of you to say. I'm glad you like the videos. I'll be doing them for as long as possible, hopefully. And hopefully to the very end of the show. RWBY's like really, I love the fact that there's not many things that I can say I've been with since its inception, like since the very beginning, right? My favorite video game of all time is Persona 5 Royal. And that was also my first Persona game. So there's very few things that I can say are my favorite things that were also something that I've been with since it started. And RWBY is one of those things, thankfully. You know, it's one of the things that I can say I was there for the trailers, you know, before the show even started. And it developed into something that I love to this day. I don't know. I just think that that's something that's really, I can't really say about for many things, especially things like my favorite anime or my favorite video game or whatever. So it's cool how it just turned out that way as time went on. Lionheart, thank you for the super chat. First time sending a super chat. Looking forward to this discussion as I grind on Persona 5 Strikers. You're gonna love the game a lot. I just said that Persona 5 Royal is my favorite game of all time. I can't wait until RWBY's done so I can play Persona 5. Well, when RWBY's done, we're gonna do the Volume 8 Oscars. That's gonna take about a month to put together. And then after that, then I'm playing Persona 5 Strikers. I can't wait for that game. And I'm going to be streaming it on twitch.tv/MurderofBirds. So make sure you're following me if you're not already. I'd appreciate it. Kita, thank you for the $20 Dr. Seuss and the clip-on tie. Oh, man. He needs to come back and make that book.
Calm down.
That'd be absolutely based. Stark Revving. I am objectively very weird. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I appreciate you nonetheless. Okay? Yeah. Let's just leave it at that, okay? I appreciate the fact that you've embraced who you are as a person. Don't let anyone, not even myself, convince you otherwise that you're normal. Yeah, anyways, let's move past this. Okay. So with all of that said, I think it's officially time for us to start the discussion. We have 778 people in here. Oh my God. 700 people in here. That's a lot of folks. So I do have to do the thing. And I apologize. I love you guys. One comment every 45 seconds. And it is what it is, okay? 3, 2, 1. Get those comments in while you can, chat. Jail time. Everyone's like, no. Like, that's what you're going to say? If it's like you have one thing to say left, it better count. No. It's like, all right, let's see. And there you go. Damn, you guys make me feel like a criminal when I do that. Jesus. I'm doing it so I can see your comments easier. And even now, it's still going crazy. Chairkun says hi, by the way. He's big chilling over here. And, you know, just doing his thing, living his life like the pro gamer chair that he is. Okay. Oh, I completely forgot. Like, I'm literally talking like a mile a minute over here. So I remember I said, shout out to Amazon. Not sponsored, by the way. More specifically, shout out to my Amazon Prime. Because I actually had to make a couple of Amazon purchases for this live stream. And it's a little awkward to say, but at the same time, I think it's still kind of clever and kind of funny. So I was like, okay, the wordplay of this chapter was very, very confusing, right? Some people are hung up on like the robot parts, existing robot parts, taking the virus with them, like very, very interesting wordplay. And I was like, this is already confusing for a lot of people, so maybe a visual aid will help out. So I went on Amazon and I bought two things. I bought this jar, which it's plastic, by the way, but I bought this jar, but I couldn't buy it separately. I bought a set of 4, but I only needed 1. So it's like, cool, I have 3 other jars that I don't know what I need them for. You guys are probably saying, you don't have jars in your house? I have 1 jar in my house, and it's for my, my like spare change. And this is it right here. And the second thing that I bought, if you guys can tell, are all of these green bouncy balls, which will represent Penny's aura. I swear to God, this is gonna make sense one way or another, okay? So I have 2 jars here. Also, this is the jar that I originally had. And what's best about it is this jar is gonna represent Penny as we currently know her. And the way that you can keep tabs on that, the red is the virus, okay? So the red cap represents the virus. And then this is the new Penny that exists now. I swear to God, I'm going to make that. Type 2 in the chat if you're still confused about how this how the creation step process worked. I just want to see like a show of hands. Like, who's here expecting to find out what happened by the time it's done? Okay, there's a lot of 2s in here. Okay, a lot of 2s. Yeah, that's completely. I assume if you're typing 1, it's because you know already, and then 2 is if you don't know. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I literally bought this jar and these green, but like literally, hold on, let me take one out. Yeah, like literally these green bouncy balls because I was like, I need something green to fill up a jar. And so I was like, I'll just buy these and that'll be Penny's aura. So this is Penny right now. This is pre-creation Penny, right? The mechanical body, the green aura, and the virus, okay? Keep that in mind, all right? We're going to come back to that when we get to that point, and hopefully the visual aid will make more sense to you guys. Okay, so, okay, hold on, give me a second. Let me read these last couple super chats. Slow chat cannot stop me from making dumb memes. If only I could come up with another joke about RWBY being a faunus like last week. Well, I mean, you could have, but you wasted your super chat on explaining that you could have made that joke when you simply could have just made that joke. I appreciate the support, the meh. I appreciate you. Gamer XD54. Hey, hello, Arnold. Sadly, I won't be able to stay, but I wanted to give you my theory that I have. I feel like Team RWBY and the others will indeed fall, and Volume 9 will consist of them escaping the Relic Realm. Volume 9 will be different, they say. Yeah, Carrie did mention that Volume 9 will be a detour, and I'm pretty sure that that's what it meant. Like, I'm pretty sure that that's why. Like, we now know, like, what the detour is all about. Romuald? I think that's how you say that. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Do you think Penny knows? Okay. Do you think Penny knows how to poop instinctively? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm not answering that question. Like, what? Anyways, Bumblebee Binary Star, off topic. How did you come up with your channel name? I am making a video about that. I promise. I know I said that last year, and 2020 fucked my life up. So I promise to make a video about that. Long story short, it's a combination of an anime and a video game that was very influential at the time of me making my my YouTube channel. It also goes back to things like my Xbox 360 gamer tag, my RuneScape username, and like even my like my AOL Instant Messenger username. Like, there's a lot of history to where I became MurderofBirds today. So yeah, a lot of history there that I want to dedicate to a video, so that way it makes sense. I'm gonna turn my AC on because it's really fucking hot in this office, and then we're gonna start. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys got that little that quick Chaircoon cameo. Damn, I was supposed to charge you guys for that. Shit. Come on, Chaircoon, we're supposed to be making money off of you. Nuts and Dolts has now Nuts and Dolts has become Dolts and Dolts. Nuts and Dolts has become Guts and Dolts, right? Because remember, she was like, you think because you're made of nuts and bolts instead of squishy guts makes you any less real than me? So you just take nuts and you switch it to guts. And Ruby's still adult, so GG. Okay. With all of that said, let's roll up these sleeves because we got work to do. All right? Okay. Let us begin. So, starting off the chapter. So, really quick, I was a little confused by this moment right here. Because you see Airship 1 get taken down. You see Airship 2 get taken down. You see Airship 3 get taken down. But Team RWBY's airship just flies through like nobody's business. It's not even masked by Ren's aura. So I was like, I would have appreciated at the very least if the ship was grayed out. if it was grayed out at the very least. Someone said spoilers, not a cool thumbnail. I mean, it's Penny. Hacked. She's been hacked for like 6 episodes already. So I think my thumbnail's perfectly fine, thank you. Yeah, I think I said that during my reaction. I was like, wait, are they masking the airship? Or the plot armor is strong with this one. Distraction action. Yeah, it's like, well, what if there was another Grim that just, like, attacked them? Yeah, I know my thumbnail's fine. I don't know what that person was talking about. Is Chaircoon a faunus? No. Suffice to say, he is not. We live in the real world, okay? He's a chair created by a very well-known... chair manufacturer, and he doesn't appreciate being called a faunus. All right, chair lives matter. Okay. Anyways, That's a big fucking gun, by the way. So Ironwood's other 2 guns are in the holster. That's why it has 2 sides that he's holding. So due process is on both ends. And I guess, I don't know if it's channeling like aura or whatever, but there's like a green beam that's being channeled. Like, I don't know, where the fuck was this gun during the fall of Beacon? You know? It's like, damn, bro, you actually had 3 guns? You were saving the big guns for when it really mattered. His party cannon? Yeah. The gun. It's a gun. It's also a gun. Say hello to my little friend. Look at his eyes. Yeah, his eyes are like, yeah, he's literally under like, he's completely like like robotic, apathetic, could not care less about anything but the main objective. Wouldn't be surprised if his semblance is like influencing him at this point. Can't really say for sure until like after the volume. I really hope the writers mention that during the director's commentary, because I don't think they're ever gonna address it in the show, which is pretty upsetting, all things considered. Which I am gonna have a video talking about Ironwood's semblance as well, because I did talk about Ironwood's development, his like tragic fall from grace, of him like psychologically changing as a character. But like, I think I'm gonna have a video dedicated to just talking about the semblance and the ramifications of not addressing it in show, and how that comes across to the casual viewer, and even how it comes across to someone like me who's very up to date on a lot of things happening in the show and out of the show, who has that bit of perspective on like why it is or isn't a good idea to like have those type of things excluded. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The bomb security is fucked. Yeah, so that's what happens when you trust machines. Like, you know, it's like some things undoubtedly need a human touch, you know? And so, yeah, they're loading the payload into the ship, which is going to be sending it off to Mantle. Had everything kind of went to shit, which I guess it did for Ironwood, but the opposite would have been a little bit of backlash for Mantle if anybody else tried anything. Let's see. Zach Feifel, hey Arnold, how's it going? Emerald and Winter, while they didn't do much, they were my favorite part of the episode. Hey, I think they did as much as they needed to. Emerald took Ironwood's weapon and then dipped so he couldn't get it back, and Winter delivered some relative assistance to Nora, to Oscar, and she dealt the final blow. So I think both of them did A-okay in my opinion. Ian Morales, if you can't stick around, that's okay. This will be VODed after, so you can check out the discussion at your leisure if you can't stick around the whole time. Ironwood's weapon due process has evolved into capital punishment. That's really good. Oh, that's too good, dude. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, might as well be, dude. That's not a bad name. Yeah, that's really good. Also, Mantle is just like big chillin', like, yo, what the fuck do we do? We're literally about to get nuked, and we're just sitting here sitting on our hands waiting to die. But yeah, everything's set up in this chapter, which I really, really liked. I'm very surprised that nobody, I mean, it's understandable, right? They literally said, bring Penny comes alone. And, again, if it wasn't for Emerald switching sides, this would not have been possible. You know? Like, she switched sides at just the right moment, and, like, Weiss mentioned, too, when they were doing the planning at the Schnee Manor, she was like, oh, I think I have a good idea. I think I have a plan for that. And she, like, looked at Emerald's like, wait, what? Am I part of the plan? What's going on? So, yeah, without Emerald, this wouldn't have worked. Like, at all. Like, there was no way that they were going to be able to get close to anybody here without that, unless Winter, like, made the first move or distracted him enough, but they still had to get here from an airship. you know, which means Emerald was probably masking their presence the entire time they were flying in. And so I was also very, I was duped initially because I saw Penny flying down and I was like, okay, that has to be Penny, right? Like, can Emerald create that illusion? You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know, like, when, like, the illusion could have happened. Obviously, the illusion immediately happened after the Aesops left. So it's just interesting that they made it very seamless. And, I was still skeptical. I was like, is that really Penny, though? Like, is that really Penny? We can't be too sure. Blaze Star, thank you for the $5 super chat. This will be the last stream I watch before I officially move out and live on my own starting tomorrow. I'll be having your streams on in the background while I pack my rest of my things. Thanks for entertaining me through this stressful and exciting time. Yo, I completely understand how you feel. I was super stressed out when I moved out on my own, too. But it is super exciting. Like, freedom to just be, like, have your own place, like, live in your own kingdom, and, like, I'm super happy for you. Congratulations, first and foremost. Hopefully, the packing and the unpacking is the worst part of the whole thing. Like, I'll be honest. I remember I moved in here, and it took me, like, a month before I just started, like, actually unpacking my boxes, just because, like, the whole process is just so taxing. But that's really great to hear, Blaze Star. I'm really happy to hear about that. Hopefully everything goes off without a hitch. Hopefully the background ambience of my voice is to your liking. And yeah, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. LOL, I'm still unpacking. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm still unpacking and I moved in here 2 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyways, yeah, so this was very, very convincing. Like, Penny just swooping down flying. Also, I think this was Winter's last attempt to be like, sir, this course of action, aka, sir, you're about to get absolutely bodied. And this is my attempt to try to get you to see reason before we absolutely, like curb stomp your freaking head into the ground. And he was like, nah, that ain't happening. Like, Winter gave him a choice. Like, she tried giving him a chance, all right? Everything that happens from here on out, that was him. That was all him. He decided he wanted this. I just want to say, as someone who's wanted Emerald Redemption since Volume 3, seeing her use her semblance to help the good guys is pure serotonin. Yeah, the music started kicking in, too. Like, that whole moment right there was really, really cool. How, like, Emerald just, like, made the opening move. Yeah, I really like that, too. And she has nowhere else to go but up from here. You know, it's still gonna matter. It's ultimately gonna matter when Cinder comes back. Like, that's where it's really going to matter most for her switch around is confronting Cinder. If she can confront Cinder and put that behind her, I think, like, I think the path of atonement is most attainable for her at that point. Hi, your Spanish viewer here. Love your videos and streams, dude. Thank you, Hogar. I appreciate that. Greetings from the US. That's really cool. There's some Spanish viewers in here. That's awesome. I wish I could speak a language other than English. But unfortunately, the only language that I took in high school was Portuguese 1 and 2, which I don't remember any of, and Latin, which is a dead language, so that's not helping me anytime soon. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Just some chap with a top hat. That's an interesting name. Patreon supporter here. Keep up the amazing content. My question is, can Emerald mask sound? Since we can't hear the Manta ship land. I believe so. I think it, like, literally, like, she was pretending to sound like Penny. You know what I mean? She was creating the illusion that she was Penny, and thus auditory illusions and visual hallucinations, illusions as well. So, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Wait, you speak Latin? No, I don't. I mean, I don't speak Latin. I can't. I mean, no, absolutely not. Like, I took Latin 1, 2, honors Latin 1, 2, and 3 in high school. So at most, I can sight translate some words that derive from Latin, that have Latin origin. which I've done a couple of times, like on my streams and like in my like on gaming streams. If I see a word that's like, oh, that's Latin for this word, but I can't like speak in Latin at all. I can sight translate here and there though. Allie, a nice detail they gave for the whole Emerald Penny stuff is having Emerald as Penny say, I don't want anyone to die. Penny would say, do not. Oh, like, I don't want anyone to die, whereas Penny would say, I do not want anyone to die. Very, very, very precise in how Penny, and how she conducts herself. So, yeah, I think that's a neat little detail there. Aesop's, we think it's Penny. Ironwood, okay. Penny is not the imposter. Emerald, ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're literally playing a game of Among Us right now, now that I think about it. It's like, Penny's looking pretty sus right now. I saw her vent to Atlas Academy. Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, the green's looking pretty sus, I'm not gonna lie. Get out of my head. Among Us. Amogus. But yeah, so, you know, they take the bait. They immediately arrest her. They're like, all right, we got to make sure you're good. See, here's the thing, though. They knew that Penny was compromised, so the fact that they didn't question her state, like, oh, like, aren't you supposed to be hacked? Aren't you supposed to, like, I guess they didn't think there was a virus in her, but, like, the fact that she just, like, played it safe, I would have immediately been like, okay, you know what? I would not be going up to her and putting my hand on her shoulder knowing that she's in an uncompromised state, even if she's, like, restrained. She can still summon swords out of her back and cut you up, like, in 2 seconds, so... And she's got maiden powers and all that other stuff, so... I mean, Winter was in on it, and that's another thing that was really great. The Aesops... Also, Hair is so fucking annoying, dude. Like, now she's pretending to be the leader, by the way. I know I skipped over that, but, you know, Vine was like... He was like exhaling and she was like, is there a problem here? And he's like, yo, I'm just thinking on our past actions. It's fine. And then when they mentioned Crow and Robin are in the hangar, she's like, let's go, Aesops. We're going to take out. It's like, who are you called? Like, who just decided one day that Harriet Bree's the leader of the Aesops now? Like, maybe it's because she's like the only one, like, you know what I mean? Like, Elm's having second thoughts. Vine just goes with the flow. Marrow's now in prison. Clover's dead, and she's just like, all right, I'm the one that's gonna... She obviously thinks she's the leader. She's gonna make that decision, and she's like, well, who's gonna say no to me, you know? So, yeah, she's such a fucking cop. She just, I don't know. I don't know. She's just really annoying now. And so, yeah. I guess that's what their whole shtick, I guess that's what they're going for. She's like the definition of like a military dog who like does what she's told, and I don't know if she's trying to get brownie points with Ironwood or whatever, or if she truly believes the things that she's doing, or if she's just very like emotionalist to everything that's happening. But yeah, like, her whole thing, too, was a little annoying. And technically, I feel like a part of why they fucked up was because she's so narrow-minded and I want to take my shot at those two now that I have my opportunity, you know? It's more of, like, a vendetta. Like, oh, Robin was talking shit to me when she was in the cell about, like, me not caring about the truth, and I think Crow killed Clover, so that's my grudge with him. So she's got a chip on her shoulder for both of them, and unfortunately, it kind of blew up in her face. Harriet semblance bootlicking. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I guess. Hare also said if the kids come there, yeah, she was also like, oh, if the kids show up, no more fooling around. We're about to freaking body bag these kids. I don't give a damn. So yeah. If we knew more about the Aesop's military rank, it would be safe to say that she falls next in line as far as Aesop's chain of command goes. I could see that. She's also probably the one that's gunning for that position more than the others, so she'll probably take it upon herself to like initiate that attitude of a leader, to be like, okay, well, I'm calling the shots, and if you guys are following me, then I guess I'm the de facto leader. But yeah, I just thought of that, and I was like, okay, Harriet, you're literally annoying. Yeah, oh, this was great, dude. Harry, like, Emerald literally said, feels weird, man. She literally just pulled a page out of, like, Twitch's, like, terminology. She was like, feels weird. And, like, I love how the voice changes, too. It's like, it was, like, Emerald talking with, like, a little bit of Penny, like, combination as her voice changed from Penny's voice to her own voice. But, yeah, she was like, she's like, yeah, I have done the right thing. Feels weird, man. And then fucking just get freaking kicked right in your chin, buddy. That must have hurt. Like, look how look at, like, oh, so unexpected, dude. That's like the worst of it. Like when you get hit and you're not expecting it. I think that's like that creates like far more shock. Yeah, she literally just pulled a weird champ. Like I am doing the right thing. Feels weird, man. Yeah. I really, and then the music kicked in. Oh, that was this was like hype as fuck. I was like, I wanted Ironwood to get one more fight this volume. And they were like, we don't know who Ironwood's gonna fight, so let's just have him fight everybody on Team Juniper. Let's have him fight Winter and Team Juniper, essentially. Like a 6-on-1, which is really unfair, and he's weaponless. There's just really people out there that are like, wow, they made Ironwood look like such a bitch. Like, how the hell did the headmaster of the academy get taken? First off, Mans doesn't got his weapons, okay? If we know anything from Watson Ironwood's fight, his weapons can carry him really, really far. No pun intended. You know, one of them's gravity dust. Anyways, that wasn't a pun, I swear to God. Okay? His weapons are gone. His best military, like, fighter has turned against him, right? They're like, how did Ironwood lose? Like, how did he not see this coming? It's like, he literally thought Winter was on his side. Like, if Winter was on my side, I'd feel like I was fine. I'd feel like I have nothing to worry about. It's like, I'm the general, I can hold my own, and I have my best right hand with me. But, like, it was an ambush. That's the whole fucking point. They were supposed to get the drop on him. They were supposed to overwhelm Ironwood because he's the one calling all the shots, you know? So yeah, and his semblance isn't offensive. So literally the only thing Ironwood has is he himself, right? He's a tin man. That's all he has is his fighting capabilities. He doesn't have a crazy semblance that can help him in a fight. He doesn't have his weapons, and he's getting ambushed, and it's like a 5-on-1, you know? 6-on-1, I mean, if you want to count Emerald, which she took away his weapons and got the first shot in. So yeah, it was a perfectly executed, like a perfectly calculated fight. You know, if Ironwood was able to body all these people, I would have been like, well, what the fuck? Like this man doesn't need a set. Like, he can just take down people without a semblance, take down people without a weapon. Like, why does he have a weapon then? You know. Anyways, I think that it makes sense of like why, like, show me one person in this show that can take on like 5 people at once and not die besides Ozma and Salem and Hazel, technically, but Hazel's dead, so that's an exception. But yeah, so I liked how this first shot came in. They literally jumped him, yeah. Like, and he didn't realize until into the fight. He didn't realize until like after like Oscar, Jean, and Ren went up against him. He looked over to the side and he saw that Winter was helping them. And he was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, so up until that point, he probably thought, like, I'll take on these guys. Winter will take on the others. But Winter was in on it, too. So she really got turned around. Tyrion? I mean, Tyrion lost 3v1. What are you talking about? Tyrion lost against Clover, Robin, and Crow. Add 3 more people to that situation. I mean, okay, I know what you guys are talking about. You guys are talking about Volume 4, when the characters were hardly at the level that they're at now. That's very different. Volume 4 is a very different time than Volume 8 is. I knew you guys were gonna bring up the past. I knew you guys were gonna bring up, like, I'm speaking about like right now. Maria? Come on, guys. Maria fought a bunch of nobodies and talk. I don't know if I can specify exactly what I mean about this, but I'll take that L then, whatever. But yeah, I think the characters now, after being trained by the Aesops and coordinating this strategy, I understand why Ironwood went down. I don't know why people were like, well, nothing can stop Ironwood. Ironwood could fight 20 characters and would never go down. He got freaking jumped. He got blindsided. And yeah, so while all that's happening, Crow and Robin are in the hangar, and we called it that Marrow was in cahoots with them as well, with Winter going back to Ironwood to kind of even out that side. So I don't know what they're gonna be doing long term, because like Marrow can't keep them like this forever. So unless they like handcuff them, like with the gravity, you know, put gravity cuffs on them or something like that, and keep them apprehended. But everyone has to eventually get off Atlas, because this place is going to slowly plummet into the ground. And you, like Ozpin said, you don't want to be around when it lands, because that's where the most impact and the most like destruction is going to come from. That. Is it too early to talk about Pietro's failing health or how Penny will handle that loss? I mean, Pietro just can't give any more aura than he's already given. So, like, I think that's where his health issues come from. It comes from the fact that he has, like, very little aura to protect himself, or, like, you know, to manage. So, I don't know. I think Pietro will be okay for the most part. He is a very old man, so I feel like he's lived a really long time. Like, a damn near full life, I think. But, yeah. If something happens to Penny, he can't make her again, especially since she's real now. And if something happens to Penny, he can't make her again. And if something happens to him prior to that, Penny's, like, this is like a one and done for her, regardless. So, yeah. But, yeah, so this fight was so freaking epic, dude. Like, Jean and Oscar going in first. I was very surprised that that Ironwood didn't have a reaction to seeing Oscar again, I'll be honest. Jean going toe-to-toe with Ironwood was amazing. Yeah, I know, like, he was, like, the first one, and he, he knocked him back with his, You know what's really funny about this? You also have to remember that Ironwood is the one who gave them all of these upgrades, and now they're using, like, everything that they learned from the Aesops and all of the assets that they were giving from the Atlas military from Ironwood, and are using it against him now that he's basically become like a dictator. And I think that's kind of I don't know, poetic in a way, ironic, I don't know. Technically Pietro, yeah, but I mean Ironwood was the one that was like, we need to get you guys in tip-top shape, we need to give you guys better equipment and all that stuff. So like yeah, Pietro's the one that got it for him, but Ironwood's the one that made that happen, you know? Similar to, like, the robotic arm. Like, Ironwood was already working on it for Yang before Tai Yang even, like, asked to put in that favor. So yeah, Ironwood's just the one that made it happen. Pietro's the one that put it together. But yeah, so, yeah, I like how Oscar, like, so I was just really surprised. I thought he would have reacted to Oscar being back, because it's like, did he shoot Oscar in Volume 3 expecting him to die? Or did he shoot Oscar in Volume 3 to just get him out of his face? Like, which one was it? Because if you thought Oscar was dead, I was expecting him to have a much bigger reaction to Oscar being back here and fighting him. I'm sorry, Volume 7. I don't know why I said Volume 3. I'm somewhat, like, lost in thought and reading chat at the same time and talking. Yeah, I meant Volume 7. My bad. This is gonna happen, chat. I when I talk, I say words that I don't know why. Like, it's just a part of my, like, my brain synapses are, like, crisscrossed. But yeah, I just found that to be interesting. But yeah, and then Ren, I feel bad about Ren, because Ren's always using that move, right? Like, roping people in with his hooks or whatever. And then Ironwood just, like, kicks it out of the way, like, get that shit out of my face, dude. So, I don't know, I still think the whole fight was great. And then in the third shot there, you see Nora. By the way, if anyone at RWBY, I swear to God, they're trying my goddamn patience over there at Rooster Teeth, okay? Do you guys realize what's happening with Nora right now? Okay, first and foremost, let me give you guys a little I don't know, I guess a little educational take here. All right. The way that time dilation works in RWBY is that Weiss combined her glyphs with electric dust, okay? So Winter essentially created the situation for time dilation there by combining her glyph with electric dust and just gave it to Nora instead of time dilating. Like, god damn it. Give us time dilation already. Why are we getting jebaited? No, like, she used the electricity to supercharge Nora, because that's, like, her whole semblance. That's, like, her whole deal with electric dust. Like, she uses it, it superpowers her, and that's why she was able to just strike Ironwood right there. And he was too busy worrying about Winter to even notice that Nora was, like, charging him right there with it. What's time dilation? Volume 2. I know, right? People have to ask what time dilation is, because it's been years since we've seen it. Yeah, so time dilation is what Weiss did in Volume 2 to herself and to Blake, and it basically creates an opportunity where you become like, I guess your reaction time is like 1,000,000 times faster. So she used it on herself against the White Fang lieutenant in the train, and then she used it against Blake so Blake could slice the missiles out of the sky when they were going up against Tortrick in the mech in Volume 2, Chapter 4. So it's like, bruh, Weiss. Hey, and you want to know what the most... Okay, I really need to come on camera for this. You want to know what the most, what the most annoying part about all of this is? Is that in Volume 3, when Weiss sees Winter again, she has the audacity to say, I'm getting better and better with my glyphs. I've even started time dilations. You haven't done it in 5 volumes. You haven't used it in at least a year of the show. So it's like, you've started using time dilations. That's great. That's rich, Weiss. You started and stopped in the same volume then, because we haven't seen it since. And I'm so... Why? She summons her summons over and over and over. And, like, I'm not going to give shit to Winter, but they had the opportunity to have Winter use it. And she created the situation for it, but it was just to power Nora. It's time for time dilation. No pun intended, okay? I've had enough. Who do I have to talk to at RWBY? Do I have to write a strongly worded letter? Do I have to do that? I don't want to do that. All right? But I'll do it if that's what it takes. Okay? Because I'm at a loss. Volumes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're already writing Volume 9. Guarantee you time dilation has not been brought up during that writing process. So 7 volumes. We've waited, okay? 7 volumes I've waited. We got Neo back in the show before time dilation. We got Cinder's backstory before we got time dilation. Okay? We got Adam's face reveal. We got Silver Eyes. We got Summer being talked about. All of these things have happened. And I'm just like, but where's this other thing that was in the show at one point? and then never brought up again. I've had enough, chat. I've had enough. Marrow uses time no. Okay, that's not. Marrow doesn't use time dilation. All right, Weiss uses time dilation and speeds herself up. Marrow stops everything else. Okay, I know. I guess it's relative, but no, I refuse. Just tuning in. Why are you so salty, Arnold? Because RWBY refuses to give the people what they ask for. And I've reached my limit, okay? I will no longer be silenced. But yeah, long story short, I would just like time dilation to be back in the show. I don't know. Maybe she'd be broken at that point. It's like, damn. Time dilation in volume 9 or volume 10? Like, that'd be nutty. I swear to God, like, if I was on the RWBY, like, if I put in an application or a resume to be, like, a writer on the show and I got the job, I would literally, my whole purpose would just to get one episode with time dilation, and the second that episode aired, I would quit. I would literally be like, all right, I did my thing. I gave the people what they wanted. I did the thing that you guys couldn't do without your boy, and now I'm going back to just being a viewer. See you later. Petty? No. No. I don't think it's petty. I think it's priorities. Okay. Don't forget Ciel. Who do you think I am? Ciel Soleil when? Oh God, are we gonna go on another Ciel rant already? Yeah, Ciel Soleil would be great, but I mean, at this point, they made a side character, and that side character could have fulfilled everything that Ciel Soleil fulfilled, but they were like, let's just give you a side character instead of bringing back a character that already exists. What's Ciel's semblance? Invisibility, apparently. Anyways, okay, let's get back on track. Okay. Long story short, I am not a fan of the fact that they literally created the situation for time dilation, and we still haven't got it after all these years. Okay, give me 1 second, chat. Let's see. Yeah, so, another thing, too, about this part that was super badass was Ironwood just took on that fucking Manticore head on. Like, literally just grabbed the freaking bull by the horns type shit, and then he got attacked by Winter. So, this man's just taking his lumps, right? Like, Oscar's getting a few hits in, Ren's getting a few hits in, Nora just freaking fully charged hammered him across the face. And he's like dodging summons. He's getting shot in the back with like sharp ass freaking ice arrow, like ice shards and shit. And then like the freaking icing on the cake over here. Then the icing on the cake, freaking Oscar pulls out his freaking like Ozpin freaking the pokening over here happening. And then Winter just like goes full anime on his ass, and that shit was so fucking dope. That was so cool. So like it slows down for dramatic effect. I feel like what happened there was like, it was like one slice, but like 1,000 blows in the form of one slice. That shit was so fucking badass. And no, that was not time dilation. It was a slow motion for dramatic effect, for anime hype. That was not time dilation. Here's the thing, chat. You know what I think that was? So remember in Volume 3 when Crow and Winter were fighting? And, like, Crow was about to, like, transform his scythe, but then he put it away and Winter was, like, supercharging up to attack him? I think that's the move she was going to use on him in Volume 3. But then, like, before the move connected, like, Ironwood was like, Shnee, what do you think you're doing? So yeah, I wonder if that was the move she was gonna use on him, because like she was really about to go all out. She's literally about to freaking body this man, like body Crow, and then he was like, "I got you." So so yeah, I wonder if that's what that's what I said in my reaction to. I was like, "Oh, I wonder if that's the move she was gonna use against Crow in Volume 3, and now she had to save that for a rainy day." There's also like one of the first times, if not the first time, we're really seeing Winter fight since then, since she fought Crow. And that was more of like a skirmish, right? She was actively trying to stop Ironwood, whereas Crow, she was like trying to shut him up. The look of betrayal on Ironwood's face. Yeah, the look on his face was like, is this really happening right now? You know? You know what I thought was going to happen? I thought the way that his hand was placed, because he was about to literally just like obliterate Oscar's life force, I thought she was going to cut his arm off. Because his arm's already made of metal. I literally thought that was like, I thought like she was gonna like cut the metal part of his arm. But yeah, luckily that wasn't the case. Hey, it's William. Welcome back, my friend. With General Ironwood's defeat, Winter Schnee immediately assumed command of all military assets. We are ordered to evacuate all citizens of Atlas to safety. We are all too happy to comply with her orders. Finally, we are doing what we were meant for, saving lives. Winter, MVP of the volume. MVP of the episode. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Speaking of which, hold on, let me get through some of these other super chats. I appreciate all the support, guys. Anime Man R7, thank you for the super chat. The look on Harriet's face, you mad, bruh? yeah, she's just become insufferable at this point. Hey Arnold, I'm gonna make a video of every swear word you've ever said on screen. This is gonna take a while. Have fun, buddy. I curse like a sailor. I'll admit that. It is what it is. Winter's probably gonna be Winter could probably beat Ironwood by herself, so what was he supposed to do? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Winter, like, she was the final blow because she was like, okay, this isn't ending. If it wasn't for Winter, Oscar would have gotten wrecked, and then, like, he would have tipped it more in his favor if Winter didn't, like, hit him with that one shot. But, do you think Ironwood is gonna get redeemed? I don't know, man. There's 2 chapters left. He's also knocked out right now in his jail cell. So, I really don't know. What I think is gonna happen is, like, whatever happens with the fall, like the characters falling, I wonder if, like, I wonder if it's gonna be a matter of, like, people are gonna be rushing to these doorways to get to Vacua, to get to safety. And it's like, you're either going to fall off into the void, or you're not going to make it through the door fast enough to where Mantle is going to get crushed by Atlas. And if you're on Atlas, you're also going to be impacted by that. And, like, the connection's going to be severed, and whoever doesn't make it to Vacua just falls into the void and dies. Or disappears, or becomes Grim, or whatever that is. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it'd be interesting to see, like, I don't know. You know, because Winter was like, oh, we'll come back for you two after the evacuation, when we're ready to evacuate, we'll come back for you. But Cinder's going to be acting up in that, like, between realm, to Vacuo. So I don't really know. I really don't know. I just hope, like, Ironwood and Jacques don't get left, like, forgotten, and then, like, Atlas falls and they die there. You know, that'd be pretty fucked up. Why did Ambrosius choose to make skinny-ass walkways for thousands of people? Because he's a character. I honestly think he was a little petty in doing that. Because he was talking about, like, oh, you guys are, oh, it's you guys again. Oh, you guys finished that up, disappointingly so. And they weren't specific in how the walkways were supposed to be created. So realistically, he gave them what they wanted. Don't complain to me when it's not what you asked for, So it's just, it is what it is. Let's see. This is gonna be dumb, But remember when John stopped the Knucklevi and Ironwood only stopped a grim imitation? Oh, I mean, I think those summons are very much, like, representative of the real thing. I don't know how that's possible, but I would not sleep on a summon just because it's not an actual grim. Ghost Chaos. Just be like Martin Luther and post 95 theses and staple them to Kruby's door. Yeah, I don't know. I hope we see time dilation at least, like, again, right? That'd be cool if, like, Whitley decides to start training and becoming a huntsman or whatever, and he develops time dilation and he uses it before Winter does herself or before Weiss does it again. That'd be pretty pog. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Hey, Annie Matrix. Have some of my stimmy. CL will stay gone. CL can stay gone for all I care. JK, come on, bruh. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing CL dirty like that. I don't care if you did give a super chat. Don't disrespect my girl. Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, in all seriousness, like, I miss CL, but I don't think... I mean, I miss CL because I also wanted Issa to be able to perform again in the show, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But who knows? CL could be alive in Vacuo, like, restationed, just like Cordovan got stationed at Argus, so that would be kind of cool. I would pop the fuck off, dude, if CL Soleil was actually stationed in Vacuo, and that's why she wasn't here. That would be awesome. They could rectify that perfectly by doing that, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, moving on. Emerald just chilled. Emerald was like, all right, all I'm gonna do is stay invisible for the whole fight until this is done and over with. She probably just, like, stood at a distance and just watched Ironwood get his freaking get his face absolutely, like, get his teeth kicked in by the gang. And she was like, hey, this is kind of this is a cool ass weapon. It's a shame that you don't have it to protect you right now. You know, I liked that. Emerald definitely did her. She contributed a great deal, and I liked that. Yep, and now everyone's moving on to phase 2. And, you know, obviously they made the plan of the previous episode. They made the plan to try to go for the relic and see what it was capable of. And we basically called this too. Yeah, we called this like night and day, dude. I was popping off. I was like, oh my god, we said this in the live stream also, that it had to have been Crow and Robin that they saw when they made it down the like when the elevator doors opened. It had to have been Winter and Marrow that reached out to Crow and Robin, and then it's like, okay, well, they planned their side, and then Winter reached out to Weiss and then planned on that side, and then that's what it made, like, everything made sense for why Winter went back, and then because we never saw the aftermath. So in my head, going into this, into the, like, after we saw Winter, I was like, she must have made a plan and came back to prepare for it, and now everyone's gonna be coordinating. Yeah, it was a really dope plan. I liked it. Also, I appreciate the almost 1,200 people in the stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. I'd really appreciate that. And thank you guys all so much for the support, the super chats, being really engaging and friendly in the chat. I really appreciate all the support. Ambrosius literally created Rainbow Road. Damn, we really screwed. It's funny you said that, because I think that's what Hunter and Kalaxin mentioned in their analysis as well. I think it was actually Hunter that said that. He was like, yeah, this looks like friggin' Rainbow Road. Also, follow the Yellow Brick Road. That's kind of like that's kind of what it reminded me of as well. But yeah, it definitely looks like some Rainbow Road fucking Mario Kart madness going on in that alternate dimension. Why discuss the chapter before the reaction? Well, first off, it's because most people will watch the reaction and not the live stream discussion, just statistically speaking. So if anything, this is kind of like the live stream discussion is your dinner, and then the reaction is the dessert. Just think of it that way. It's like the live streams are great, but everyone's looking for the dinner's great, but everyone's looking forward to dessert. And obviously, it's content. It's something that we can all get together and talk about before the next chapter comes out, and so on and so forth. And I mean, I've been doing this for years, so if anything, it's basically how things have been for a while now. So yeah, that's kind of why. You know, and then it's something that first members can watch immediately, and then after non-first members watch, the VOD's up on the channel, so then they can come back and watch the VOD or watch specific points and all that stuff. So it works either way. You saying your dessert? You saying your content isn't all dessert? I don't think so. I don't know. Also, it's just because the live stream discussions are so long. I feel like that's another reason why not everybody interacts with them as much. But there are some people that are super committed. They're like, bro, I watch your live streams even if you're not live. You know, so I like it both ways. I like the fact that people will watch live, and then there are people that'll watch when they can, and then there are people that'll watch it, you know, in their downtime or as like background noise or whatever. So, you know. I just know that more people watch my reactions than any other content that I put out. So I'm self-aware enough to know that, you know. You know, as much as I like to cheer on Emerald, I just can't escape the feeling the collision course between her and Cinder. Geez, I'm going to be sweating the next 2 episodes. However, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like Emerald and them have to make it through as well, and Cinder might come across her. It would be really upsetting if Cinder like attacks like kills Emerald or something like that, because it's like, oh, you betrayed me or whatever. But then again, Emerald is so broken. Like Emerald can literally just make herself invisible to Cinder for all time, and there's nothing Cinder can do. So I don't know. It is very scary though. Likely theory: Salem comes back in the finale and screws things up. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think Salem is still going to be like a last minute like twist, because she's been dead for like the last hour. At least the last hour. Okay. But yeah, long story short, we already know this. Winter saved Marrow from getting shot in the back by Ironwood, because Ironwood is literally like super far gone. I don't know if that's semblance influenced. I don't know if that's metal influenced. I don't know if that's just like he's just far gone that way. Anything that's not the actual plan is an issue that needs to be taken care of. And yeah, she basically saved him and reached out to her sister, and they all came to this they all came to the conclusion the same way of the plan. So this is where we get first, kind of like a first understanding of how, first off, they confirm that there's another spirit in the relic, like Jin. So we called that shit back in the intro discussion, during the first chapter of, like in the intro, the 2 relics give off 2 different, like shades of blue. So like one's for Jin and then one's for the other spirit in the relic, which was super cool. So we were right about that. And they basically kind of established like his own rules and how he functions, which is he's a craftsman. He can make you anything you want as long as you know how, as long as you can explain how to make it. So this is really important, because I've seen a lot of people immediately like throw out counter arguments to like, well, why don't they just create a weapon that can kill Salem? And the reason you can't do that is because you have to give him a reference. You have to give him schematics, blueprints, references to something that you want him to create. It's like saying, I want you to make me a super powerful godlike sword that can kill Salem in 1 strike. And then he's like, okay, tell me how to make that. He can't just make the thing. You have to put in the effort to explain to him, these are the materials I need. This is what it's going to look like. This is its functionality. This is what, this is what it's imbued with. And, You can't just be like, I want a crazy ultimate sword that can kill Salem and give him nothing to go off of and be like, oh, I thought of that in my head. You like, that's the rule. You need a recipe. You can't just be like, make me tiramisu and not give him the recipe or the directions to how to make it, you know? So I've seen a lot of people like be confused about that. They're like, oh, this relic can make anything. So why does he just, like, you have to know how to make the thing. You can't just make anything. Technically, he can make anything, but when you are giving rules when you're trying to create something using the staff, those are the rules, those are the stipulations imparted on you, the user. Similar to Jin. Jin most likely knows everything. She knows all of knowledge, but you're only allowed to get 3 questions of that knowledge. That doesn't mean she doesn't know anything outside of those 3 questions. It just means she's not going to tell you everything because those are the rules in place. So I think that's really important to keep hold on, because I know that some people just don't want to listen. Some people automatically want to jump to, well, this is confusing, it's convoluted, it doesn't make sense, therefore it's bad. But like, you have to apply what the show is giving you. Like Ozpin himself said it. He's like, you have to, you know, it's best to give him blueprints and references of real items or real things in the world for him to go off of. That's why they had penny schematics. That's why they had schematics and blueprints of like the Atlas military compound and snowshoe shipping for how they made the doorway access points to Vacuo. It's because they gave him referential material to work with. And, like, he can create whatever he wants, too, because remember, when he gets summoned and he goes and looks at Penny, he snaps his fingers and he creates, like, this little, like, jewel-eyed monocle thing that he gets a better look at Penny. So, like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, but he's not here to help you out. You know what I mean? Like, he's just doing his own thing. So, again, I just think that people just need to apply what the show is giving them instead of coming up with their own excuses for why things do or don't work. Because and he's a character. Yeah, he's a character. He's great. I fucking love him. I really, really, really hope that before Jin uses up her last question, we get a moment with Jin and Ambrosius, or even Jin, Ambrosius, and the other 2 relics. Because I feel like they're basically siblings, right? Like, all 4 of them are just, like, awesome. Like, I don't know. Jin is Jin doesn't really have that much of a, I don't want to say she doesn't have a personality. I just don't think Ambrosius just kind of just like flourished and did his own thing. And he doesn't have he doesn't seemingly have like a limit to how many times you can summon him. So like, unfortunately, Jin is always going to be the short-lived of all of the relics, it seems like, because she only gets to be summoned for 3 questions and then that's it. So I would really like to see some interaction between the relics before Jin goes back into her lamp for another 100 years. I think that would be super, super cool. Yeah, I'm not going to say she doesn't have like a personality, but like compared to Ambrosius, we haven't even really seen a lot of Jin's like personality outside of like, you know, being like, oh, you know, it's a pleasure to see you again, old man. Does no one have a question for me? You know what I mean? Like, I guess she's inquisitive in nature because she's waiting for people to ask her questions. But other than that, like Ambrosius, like he was like, a floating city, how pedestrian. Get a look at my creative wiles. You know what I mean? Like, he's just so expressive, and the voice acting for him is phenomenal. I looked up the voice acting. It's Valentine Stokes, I believe is the name. And I don't know if they do voice acting or if this is like a one-time gig for them or what the case might be. But that's not a name that I'm well known of, like when it comes to like voiceover work or whatever. But I'm really happy that they're voicing Ambrosius, and I'm really glad that Ambrosius doesn't have like a summon limit, because we could potentially get more of him in the future and just get more banter between, like, I don't know, him and Ozma or him and the other relics. Like, I just really, really, really liked, the performance. She talked for 26 minutes. Okay. Jin told a story. That doesn't tell us anything about her personality. The same way that Ambrosius was summoned, and he was just kind of like interacting with the characters. Jin has only been there to be like, hey, what's your question? You know, it's not a fair comparison to be, you know, it's not a fair comparison, period. But at the same time, I'm like, I wish we had more of that for Jin, but she's such a rare, she's so much rarer of a spirit than Ambrosius, because it's 3 and then you're done, you know? And she already asked one of the questions, so she only has 1 left. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were joking about Ambrosius in the Discord. We were like, Ambrosius, like he's a bro, dude. Like he's I don't know, he's so cool, man. He's so awesome. Like, and he's very much like a genie, just like she is. Probably more so. I compare that a lot more to like the Robin Williams genie. Like he is legit. Like Ozma wasn't lying. He is very much a character, and I love it. Also, his name is like Ambrosius, which I guess has a bit of a reference to Merlin, like the wizard Merlin. But like apparently the RWBY have been calling him Merlin Daddy, you know, like for their team, like of how they refer to him, because they don't want to like slip up on the name or reveal it or anything. So they've been calling him Merlin Daddy, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so again, rules, stipulations are set up here, and as long as you apply what the show is giving you, it makes sense. It really does. So let's move on really quick. Let's move on. So from here, we have phase 2. I love how certain aspects of the Top Shot here, of events that have happened in like volume 7 and in this volume, really are coming to a head. And in hindsight, it's like, wow, this is so cool. All of this stuff is kind of like adding up. So for example, RWBY's semblance, she was developing it last volume, but she really came to understand how it works this volume, and it's become such a utility now. She knows now that she can summon all of her friends and go up to the freaking vault and then shoot all of them inside of the vault and grab the relic as soon as possible. I love how they basically set up her semblance, and now every time she uses it, it's based on that information of like, okay, like this is relevant because we've been building up and working on this for a while. Same thing with the fact that there's a giant hole at the bottom of Atlas because of Oscar getting shot by Ironwood last volume. And it's like, holy shit, I did not think they would bring that back up as a relevant topic or as a relevant point for how they'd get back into the vault. You know, because this whole time I was like, well, how are they going to get in the vault? Like, they have to find out where its location is. But it's like, holy shit, like, thanks, Ironwood. You basically gave us a freebie there, you know? Yeah, I just think that those 2 points in particular were really, really clever. Things that have been built up over the last 2 volumes, right? Creating this access point for the vault, as well as, you know, developing RWBY's semblance last volume into this volume, and really understanding how it works for her to be able to utilize it in the way that she did this chapter with getting everybody, Penny included. I think that it's kind of busted, not gonna lie. She could basically like fly around with everybody at like a microscopic level, and, you know, breaking down her breaking down her freaking, breaking herself down to a molecular level. But yeah, I just like how a lot of these points come around. Yeah, Chekhov's gun, I guess, but isn't that like 3 episodes or something like that? Like, oh, no. If something's introduced like in the first act, it needs to be used by like the 3rd act or something like that. But yeah, essentially, yeah, they introduce things prior and, you know, within like a volume or 2, and now it's, you know, because this is kind of like a 2-part thing, like volume 7 and 8 are like 2 parts. So yeah, I would basically say that it's just really satisfying. Let's see. Number 1, things are going too well. I'm nervous. Number 2, Ironwood was hungry and not himself. All this could have been avoided if RWBY gave him a Snickers. Yeah, there's 2 chapters left. There's still a lot of cause for anxiousness, like to be anxious, because you have 2 chapters left. You have the penultimate chapter tomorrow. You have the finale next week. Remember at the end of the discussion last week when I asked you guys, when do you think we'll see the relic? And most of you guys said chapter 13 and chapter 14. Very few people said this chapter. And we got the relic and it was used this episode. So it's kind of crazy how, like, we are expecting, like, the things we're expecting are happening a lot sooner than they are. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. All right, let me get through a couple of these super chats really quick. Neapolitan, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emblem, your RWBY emblem, your emotes. You'll also have access to my my Discord server. I appreciate you. All right, so let's don't worry, I'm gonna be going through all of these. So give me 1 second. I know I'm just like rambling this entire time, so I apologize. Let's see. Kavan Kelly, thank you for the super chat. Allie, thank you for the additional $5 super chat. Last one for tonight, heading to sleep. People are posting hashtag time for time dilation now on Twitter. Oh, damn. Hey, we've started a movement. Maybe now they'll listen to us. But I'm still considering that strongly worded letter because it's the only way anything's going to change around here. What if Emerald beats Cinder herself? Then Cinder has bigger problems than that. I'll be honest. Way bigger problems, I would say. Let's see. If the spirit of the relic of choice and destruction are red, does that mean RWBY has their own version of red versus blue? Oh boy. That would be clever. I think Eddie confirmed that all 4 relics were created by the god of light. I'm like 90% sure that was brought up. I think most likely on Twitter. So yeah, I think that if all of them are made by the god of light, they're all probably share the same blue gold aesthetic. Oakley, thank you so much for becoming a channel member as well. Thank you. Enjoy your RWBY emblem, your emotes. You'll also have access to my private Discord server. Thank you. It was implied in the show too, so I'd think so too. Yeah, I mean, some people think that, like, it's like 50-50 because it's like, wow, the God of Light left Silver Eyes and 4 relics, you know? And it's weird that because then, like, the God of Light also made 4 relics that would call him and his brother, who had nothing to do with this, back. So yeah, some people, and there were some mock-up, like fan mock-ups of, like, the 2 relics would look gold and blue, and then the other 2 would look like purple and silver, just so it would be like a 50-50. But yeah, apparently the God of Light did all of that himself. The thing with Ironwood is, even with metal, he still has to make those choices. It's still Ironwood going crazy, not all his semblance. Yeah, I mean, I know that. Like, I've reassured people that that's my stance. I'm not using his semblance as an excuse for his actions. I don't think anybody should. It just allows him to make the difficult decisions, or the decisions that he probably wouldn't make under his normal mindset. I think that's how people should look at it. Or at least that's how I look at it. What if they ask Ambrosius to make Salem human again, taking away her grim powers, using Ozpin as a reference, someone from the old world? I don't think that would work because
we're not here for your money.
I don't think that would work because they can't turn Salem into something else. They have to, like, they're bringing something into existence. They're not changing something that already exists into something else. In this case with Penny, and I'm going to explain it, there's 2 facets to Penny. There's the aura side of Penny and the machine side of Penny. And what they basically did was they split the two in the form of a creation. One's just a robot, and then one's just a soul that needs a vessel to survive. So I think that's a very different thing. You're like, I think they would be able to, I don't know if they would even be able to create a same, because you can't just be like, oh, this guy, like, you have to show him how to make it. You can't just say, Ozma knows because he's from the past. Like, that's not enough. Like, you need, like, he's a craftsman. You need to show him how to make the thing, so that way he can just snap his fingers and make it. Arnold, quick throwback. You were right about the floating doors in the vault from last year, if you remember that. Oh, you mean like right here? Like how when they walk towards it, yeah, actually I did. Yeah, because you saw all the steps like hovering in the background in volume 7, and I was like, oh, I feel like, you know, like how when Vernal, Cinder, and Raven were walking towards the tree like activated because it sensed the maiden approaching. I said that last year. I was like, I feel like that's like when this winter maiden approaches, the steps will align themselves. So yeah, I did actually call that. I don't think that's super huge, but yeah, I do remember that. Julia Spite, weekly super chat time. Hey Arnold, hope you're doing well. I just want to say thank you for these live streams. They always give me something to look forward to when I'm at work. Hey, I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate you even more so for the weekly super chats. I really hope you guys are all enjoying the content as well. And we have at least 2 more discussions, 3 more reactions, a couple of live streams, a couple of like mini discussions, and a partridge in a pear tree. So I hope you guys all look forward to it. Thank you so much, Julia. I appreciate the continued support. The Sword of Destruction's rules are going to be interesting too, I bet. Yeah. Like a sword that's like Sword of Destruction, it's like, well, can this thing destroy anything? Every relic has to have like stipulations, like they really do. And so I really am curious how they're going to go about that with a sword that seems very self-explanatory, you know? Swing the sword around and it destroys shit. What's the drawback? What are the rules that nullify this? You know? All right, let's see. He's basically a commission artist on Twitter asking people how they want their commissions to look. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a great analogy, actually. Holy shit. Yeah, essentially. All of the spirits are acting on a monkey's paw type of scenario. They will give you the literal thing you ask for, and most people are not specific enough. Example, Ozma asking about him about killing Salem. Yeah. So, I mean, you have to be very specific. You have to be very deliberate in what you are trying to get out of this situation. You know what the funny thing is, too? What Team RWBY asked Ambrosius to create isn't even what they wanted. They were banking on the byproduct to be created, and it worked. But what they asked of him was not what they wanted. Long term. They wanted it for that moment to test out their theory, but what they asked of him was not what they wanted. And that's the thing. They wanted it for that moment, but that's not the end result that they wanted. So I think, again, that's very interesting. Whoever keeps spamming read my dono, I'm literally going through donations right now. So at the very least, I'd appreciate if you don't spam my chat, because you will get timed out. And I'm going through all of them in order, so I would just ask for your patience. There's literally over 1,000 people in my stream, and I'm literally reading through these, so yeah, please don't do that. Let's see. Food for thought. RWBY didn't have to call Ambrosius to use the staff like they had to call for the lamp. Exactly. If Salem gets that could be a really bad, considering she didn't ask a password. Yeah, I think that too, actually. I don't know if they need to have him in their thoughts when they summon him. I don't know if Ozma mentioned that, because when Weiss, like, spins the relic, she closes her eyes, and then he forms. RWBY did the same thing when she grabbed the relic. She closed her eyes. So I don't know if they have to have the thought of him when he gets summoned, or what the case might be. But if that's the case, maybe, you know? Like, you don't just grab it and then he just, you know what I mean? Maybe you have to, like, deliberately be like, okay, I'm planning to use this. Yeah, it does seem like they had to, like, have him in their thoughts, and maybe they didn't mention that. Because technically, nobody in the show, it wasn't until this volume that they said you have to summon Jin by calling, well, I mean, Oscar basically said that, but that was because Ozpin was hiding that rule from them to begin with. It wasn't until that point that we realized that that was a rule. So maybe that was also something that they just didn't address on screen yet. Yeah. Anyways, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have my first bathroom break of the stream. Believe it or not, we are halfway done with the big thing is going to be the explanation and how I'm going to go about explaining the process of the relic. I still have to get back, read the rest of these super chats. You guys are going to have Chair-kun over here just popping off and hanging out with y'all. And go get snacks, stretch your legs, go get water. I'm halfway done with my water bottle, so that's literally why I have to go to the bathroom now. And when I come back, we will pick up. I'm going to try to play... Actually, you know what? I'm going to play the perfect music bit for you guys while I'm gone, actually. I think. Hold on. Let's see. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, darn it. I don't think I have it. Hold on. Nope, I do not have it. Yikes. Okay. So I'll just play something. Hold on. Let's try you, maybe? Alright, I'll be back. Did I really get a did my chair really get a donation while I was gone? Is this what we're, is this where society is heading? Is this really what life has become? Go away, Arnold. Okay. Oh my god, people are literally like depressed that I'm back. Yo, Chair-kun got money? Yo, Pog. All according to Kate. Yo, I should go to the bathroom more. Actually, you know what? I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back. Nah. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Sins of the Last Dawn, thank you for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. Everyone's just popping off for Chair-kun. Jesus. The streams we are... the streams we're all here for. Oh, holy Chair-kun. Head us your words of wisdom. Thank you for the $25 super chat, Hunt. Lycon, thank you for the super chat as well. I appreciate you. Adrian, thank you so much for becoming a channel member as well. Everyone who's becoming a channel member, link your YouTube account with your Discord account and you will have access to my Discord server. Can Chair-kun get his own live stream? Maybe. Maybe. You know what? Maybe. We might make that happen. Thoughts with Chair-kun. There you go. That's a video series waiting to happen. Anyways, let's continue onward. 18, thank you for the 18. Yo, Arnold, it's been a while. And got to read the After the Fall and mind blown. The way the characters are written is just chef's kiss. Also, Fox is now in the running with Sun and Marrow for Best Boy. Yeah, I haven't read After the Fall yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about Team Coffee. Fox in particular. I think that's a lot of people's favorite character now, and they're looking forward to seeing him in the show. I keep forgetting to ask, but when did Chair-kun become a thing? It started on Twitch. I literally said one day, I was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and then I don't know why, but I randomly was like, I was literally like, say hi to Chair-kun. And then my chat just started blasting, what up, like, it just became a thing one day. I just randomly was like, hey, stick with Chair-kun, I'll be right back. And it just became a thing. And, it's been a thing ever since. So yeah, and now that has migrated to YouTube because of, you know, the communities on both ends. So yeah, I think that's really, really funny though. But yeah, let's see, StarCraft Squall. Oh yeah, I answered that already, my bad. Bell251, please Ambrosius is an artiste. That's very specific about his commission rules. Exactly. Think of Ambrosius like a commission artist, all right? You don't just give the commissioner money and you're like, make me this thing. You have to know what you want and you have to explain it to the artist so that way they create the thing that you want them to create. You know what I mean? Like, quite literally, he's an artiste. Did you notice how freaking far RWBY flew with them? Oscar fell for a long time last volume. Yeah. I mean, she flew up really high the same way Oscar had gravity helping him out, you know? Pointless polls, always. Pointless polls, always after the stream. This week's is gonna be pretty basic, I think. But yeah, some people eat cereal the wrong way, and that's okay. Let's see. Let's see. I was gonna say, why is the hole still there? But I remembered Ironwood shot Oscar 2 days ago. Yeah, I mean, how quickly do you think they're gonna be able to fix that? You know what I mean? Let's see. You interrupted Chair-kun's insight? Oh boy. I messed up a chair's thought process. How cruel of me. Why would you do that? Oh god, the poll, Chair-kun or Arnold? I'm actually scared to make that, honestly. I don't want to face the music. There's a new kid on the block apparently. There's a new big man on campus, and it's no longer your boy, which is I don't know. It's hard to face sometimes, I'll admit. Any plans to continue RWBY after RWBY on the RWBY offseason? At this point, yes. Like, obviously, yes. I really just couldn't deal with both of them. And, yeah, we'll be finishing up season 13. Or rather, well, I mean, I have to upload it first, but I've already started recording season 13. Hey Arnold, what if the rules of the Relic of Creation is that you use the relic to destroy something, you risk being destroyed yourself? I don't think anyone would ever use that then. It's not worth it. I mean, unless you're Salem, who can constantly come back, but Ozpin used that relic. He's used it before. He used it to end the Great War. He was the last Holy King. He was the last King of Vale. And the King of Vale used the sword and the crown to fight in the war, and he, like, bodied everybody. So, I think it's very different. I don't think those are the rules of how it works, personally. Anyways, so I'm going to take the super chats in waves, so I'm going to get back to the discussion, and then we'll switch back and forth, because I don't want to miss anyone's super chat. So, the only thing I ask is that you guys be patient, because there are a lot of people in chat. There's 1,100 of y'all. And I do want to keep the flow going of the conversation. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so I love how Ambrosius comes into being the same way that like I think almost like shot for shot, like his reveal was similar to that of Jin's. I was gonna find Jin's, but apparently I got rid of all of my Volume 6 clips from my hard drive. For some strange reason, but I still have my Volume 7 clips and my Volume 8 ones, obviously, so, obviously I'm gonna make sure I save all of these clips for future volumes if I want to go back and grab something. But yeah, Ambrosius, yeah, my boy. But yeah, his summon was really, really cool. Right out the gate, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot bring people back from the dead. That is not creation. It's bad enough that the God of Light said that and people were not willing to listen, to the point where the writers were like, okay, we really have to drill it home for people that bringing people back from the dead isn't creation. That's what got Salem in the position that she's in right now, because she was trying to tempt fate. And despite the God saying that's not creation, and like obviously the God of Light was duped by Salem into falling for that ploy, they had to reiterate once again from Ambrosius that he is not allowed to bring people back from the dead. That is not creation. So Torchwick, Pyrrha, Talk, Councilman Sleet, right? These guys are dead and gone. That's not to say we'll never see them again, because the afterlife very much exists, and I've already made my video on how I think the RWBY series will end. Oh yeah, Forrest, Tuxin, Clover, Roy Stallion, like, so many body bags in this show. So many. And, yeah, like, none of that. Leo Lionheart, yep, that's another one. Ozma's previous body, that's, like, probably dead in the vault. Amber, Vernal, who else died in this show? Freya, that's another one. Adam, Hazel, Pilot Boy, Sienna Khan, like, so many bodies. None of them are coming back, unfortunately. Holy shit, so many characters died in this show. Marcus Black, Keck W. My Dignity. Oh yeah, Lyren's parents. Fuck, man. So many body bags, dude. Yeah, we've got a fucking graveyard at this point in the show. That's kind of crazy, but yeah. Creation, bringing people back from the dead is not creation. Unfortunately, some of our favorite characters might still bite the dust by the end of the show. The afterlife exists. If everyone dies and we go to the afterlife and we get to see them again, that'd be great. But I think as of right now, Once you're dead, there's no bringing you back into the land of the living. So, again, it's kind of obnoxious that the God of Light mentioned that. He was like, this is not creation, so why in the world would the relic be able to do that if the God of Light who created these relics would put that effect into play? So, yeah, I know that's a lot of people. I know that really was hinging on a lot of people's hopeful wishes, you know, just desperation to see some of these characters again. But, yeah, it is unfortunate. Also, no, I don't think Summer Rose is dead, so I don't think she applies to this at all. Ozma's first reincarnation? Yeah. God, you know what's gonna be fucking trippy is if we see Ozma. Not like see Ozma, but like when the show's done and over with and Ozpin is able to die, it's gonna be so weird seeing him as Ozma, because like I don't know Ozma. I know Ozpin, right? I know Beacon Ozpin, and it's so weird that we might never see that version of him again. I don't know why. It's just really weird. I hope we get a Team Stark flashback where we have that Ozpin back in the picture again, because that's always who Ozpin will be to me. It won't be Oscar. It won't be Ozma. It won't be that random person that he became when he came back. It won't be any of the other incarnations. It's always going to be Beacon Academy Ozpin for me. And for many people, that's the voice that's still, you know what's weird about it too? I mean, and I get it. It's probably because that's the previous life that he lived. But like, even the voice of Ozpin isn't Ozma. It's the Ozpin that we all came to know in the show, like from the Beacon arc. So, yeah, I really miss that Ozpin. Like, he was so fucking cool, dude. He was so badass. Yeah. I hope we get to see that Ozpin again. Probably at this point in the form of a flashback. But it'd be just cool to see him again. I really hope we get a flashback of what happened at the fall of Beacon with Ozpin versus Cinder. I really wish they would animate that full fight and just see how she killed him, or if they had any last parting words to each other before she just killed him and then went up to go destroy the tower. I really, really, like, that's like one of my big hopes, especially when we go back to Beacon, and obviously, you know, Ozpin would have to recall. Oh, God, that's going to be so emotional, dude. Just going back to Vale, and then Beacon, and Forever Fall, and all of these, like, iconic places that developed, like, the set pieces for the show. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be, like, kind of like a time capsule of, like, holy shit, we haven't been here in ages. Yep, back to back to school season, yeah. Yep. Seeing Beacon in a new engine. Seeing Vale in a new engine, because we already saw, like, Shopkeeper and Glinda Goodwitch, so that'd be really cool. Yeah, I'm getting super, like, nostalgic and emotional right now about it, but yeah, I really hope we get that. Also, Animatrix, thank you for the $20 super chat with the one word thick with 2 C's. I appreciate that. Chat, I think chat appreciates that too. Yeah, I looked at Ambrosius. I was like, everyone's gonna be talking about this guy's ass on Twitter. I swear to God. Yeah, yep. I mean, it is what it is, dude. People were going fucking ape shit on Twitter after Ambrosius got revealed. Like, I kept seeing a bunch of, like, Ambrosius and Jin, and people just, like, losing their minds about how much they love this guy. But yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, let's follow up. So, you know what would be absolutely ridiculous? So first off, snaps his finger, creates something into existence of his own volition. He's not bound by the rules of how the staff works. He can create whatever the hell he wants, you know? But that aside, I love that he was like, I would love to meet the person who made this. Imagine if Watts heard him say that. Imagine if Watts heard a being created by the God of Light that had a hand in creating humanity say that Watts' biggest nemesis, his biggest adversary, created something that won over his praise as a craftsman himself. Watts would be, I think Watts would like end his life right then and there, dude. I think Watts would be like, well, I give up. Like, fuck my revenge. Like, I literally can't come back from this. Like, he's like, Salem, nothing you can do could ever, like, I feel so emasculated. I feel defeated, crushed. Like, nothing I do will ever take away this pain. This is a different kind of hurt. Like, his whole career ended. But yeah, I thought that was really funny. I was like, wow. Like, even Pietro's getting complimented by a freaking being of God, essentially, and he doesn't even know it. Like, that's how like, and like, Maria even mentions it too. She's like, greatest mind in Atlas. Like, this man's a fucking genius. You kidding me? Yeah. He'd be like, fuck my revenge. I need a drink. I haven't been able to catch these often. In fact, I just showed up now, lol. But love the chapter. Everything from Ambrosius to Winter's fighting game ultra combo. Tomorrow's exciting. Yo, this chapter was so good. Yeah, Ambrosius is great. I loved when he was like, just know I will create exactly what you ask for and don't complain when it's not the thing you wanted. I think that delivery was just really well done. I think at that point I was like, I love this guy. I really like that guy, and I think the person like Valentine Stokes, the guy, the person who does the voice acting, I think they nailed it, and I'm so happy that Ambrosius doesn't have a summon limit like Jin, because I want as much of this guy as possible. And here's the thing, the key to using the relic is that you have short-sighted, short-term usages of whatever you're creating. You don't create something that you expect to use for years on end, because that's going to limit the that's going to just limit the potential of what you could possibly be making in its place. So like they were like, we want you to make this thing, and then once that uses up its usefulness, they get rid of that, they create something else and something else and something else. So I love that, as long as they keep that in mind, you know, as long as they're not like, make my dream home, and then it's like, well, I don't think you're going to get rid of this because you need to live in this dream home for the rest of your life. It's like, oh, well, at that point, it doesn't look like we're using this relic anymore, so let's just hide it away or something, you know? So yeah. You've done your homework. Yes, so let's get into it, okay? Take out your pen and paper, or pencil and paper, whichever you prefer. I'm a pen guy myself. I used to love pencils. I haven't used a pencil since I graduated high school over like 10 years ago. So, yeah. I mean, you can grab your pen and pencils if you want, but grab some paper too while you're at it. Okay. RWBY is being very, very, very specific in what she is asking. Okay? What they're trying to do is make a creation that doesn't fall back on this idea that if they make so let's just start off initially. She says, we want you to make a new version of her using her existing robotic parts. And Ambrosius says, that's confusing. Like, why are you wording it like that? That's the whole point. That's why so many people are confused. Is because her wording is creating a loophole and a situation that they're going to put Ambrosius into that is going to become his problem and not theirs, okay? Let me say this right now, okay? What they ask him for is not what they want. They do not want this robotic robot with only the robotic parts. That is something that they're creating that will then be destroyed after they make the Bridgeway to Vacuo. What they are doing, okay, so now we're gonna get into this now. So I'm gonna explain the whole thing right here and now. So I'm not gonna use the images for reference anymore. Okay. So let me try to explain this as best I can, because this is, I think this is the best way I can do it. So I already told you guys before. I bought a couple of things from Amazon. I bought this jar, and I bought these super green bouncy balls I bought these two things from Amazon. I already had this jar, okay? So here's what I want you guys to do, right? I want you guys to envision this jar as Penny Polendina, all right? The current Penny. So Penny, she's a robot. She has her aura. And the red is the virus. So this is the Penny with the virus, okay? This is the Penny that we know of right now. Ruby Rose is asking Ambrosius, we want you to create a new version of her using only her existing robotic parts, okay? What she's basically saying is, Ambrosius, we want you to make a Penny that's only machine, no aura. But they can't say that because if they do, then her aura's gonna disappear. So they're being very wordy about it. So when they say, Ambrosius, we want you to create a new version of her using only her robotic parts. I have to clean that up later, by the way. I'm not looking forward to this. But for dramatic effect, I decided to do that. So Ruby just asked for that. So what Ruby just asked for is a robot Penny with the virus with no aura. What happens now is that Ambrosius has now been placed into a loophole. Because what they just did, they got what they asked for. This is what they asked for. Everything else from here is a byproduct. Everything else from here has nothing to do with Ruby. Ruby doesn't have to tell him shit. This is what they asked for. This is what he made. But what they basically just did was they left her aura without a vessel. And Ruby specifically said, that's why he says, but if I take away the robot parts, what'll be left? This is all that's left. And you can't exactly live without a vessel, without a body, right? Like, you need something for this, otherwise this will be destroyed. And that's why Ruby says, you're not allowed to destroy. It's against the rules. But you won't be destroying her because this is who Penny is. She's aura. She's a person. She has her own soul. So that's why Ambrosius says, well, you know, but a soul without a body, what would that create? And she says, I don't know. You'll have to just get creative. So what Ruby basically did was she made it so this is a problem for Ambrosius. He cannot proceed until he figures out what to do with this. And this is ultimately what they wanted. They wanted to put Ambrosius in a position where he would have to find a way to facilitate Penny's life without them asking him to, because that's not a part of the rules that were placed. What they asked for was this, and he made them this. But now because he made this, he has to deal with this. Are you guys following me so far? I don't want to feel like I'm being super confusing. Yeah, there's a smiley face on this. I really want to hope you guys are understanding this. Makes no sense. He destroyed Penny's body in the first place. No, he didn't. Arnold, you're 200 IQ monster. So you're saying, wait, so you're saying that he was forced to make the human body in order to not break his rules of killing and destroying. He was played like a fiddle. Yes! Yes! You know why? Because loopholes don't break the rules. Because if you want to say that, well then how did Ruby know? You know what another loophole is that people don't complain about? Ruby summoning Jin without asking a question. There's nothing in the rules that says, Ruby, you can only summon Jin to ask a question. Jin was the one who said, I'm not going to let you do that again. That was clever. You kind of forced a loophole here to give yourself some more time, but Jin's not going to let you do that again. That is very different also, because I feel like some people are going to use this example as a counterpoint. This is not the same thing as Hazel and Oscar this volume. Because in volume 6, Ruby summoned Jin with the intention of never asking a question. She literally says, I don't have a question for you, I just needed more time. Oscar summoned Jin this volume for Hazel, who was intent on asking a question, but then upon seeing her, was like, okay, I believe you, Oz, I'm not going to use this question, I'm going to help you guys out. Two different situations, two different circumstances. So now, what Ambrosius has to do is find a way to save Penny, to save her soul, because he can't destroy it. It's against the rules. So what does he do? RWBY says you need to get creative. It's not RWBY's responsibility or anyone's responsibility to tell him how to create Penny, because that's not what they're asking for, because they're not asked, like, they already got what they asked for. They already got their creation. So what he does, hold on. God damn it. Ah. I'm going to clean these now so I don't have to do it later. So now what Ambrosius has to do is he has to create a body for Penny. And he got creative. He probably took a lesson from his dad, right? The god of light created humans, so why can't Ambrosius? So what happens? They get a robot Penny with the virus, and they get a byproduct Penny with her soul. And what happens is when they create the portals to Vacuo, you see the robot Penny get destroyed, because this is what they asked for. They never asked for this. This was just something that they forced Ambrosius to have to do. And so, does anybody have any questions? Because I literally just explained it. So that's why when you see this get destroyed, it's because this is what they asked for. But this isn't what they wanted. They wanted this and it worked. They got what they wanted. This is incredibly unique. This will probably never happen again in the show because Penny is very, very rare. She's one of a kind. One question, how come the body didn't destroy when the portals were created? It did. It did. Go back and watch it. I'm literally going to show you it right now. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? No, not right there. Travel, is it this one? Nope, it's this. Wait, nope, not that one. Okay, it's this right here. You will literally see Penny's body get destroyed. The robot body, because that's what they asked for. The human Penny is not what they asked for, so therefore it doesn't apply by the rules of the creation. Right there. It just got destroyed when the portals were created. So yes. I know that this is all over the place. This is probably all over the fucking place. I've already recorded it. I'm editing it. I'll be posting it on Sunday in case you guys need a more specific clarification. But I am going to be making this its own video. Okay. So, yeah. So I think that's the best way I can explain it. Like, truly and honestly. That is the best way that I think I can explain it with visual aid, because you only have words to go off of in the episode, and it's very, very, very confusing. You have to, like, watch it a couple of times, and even then, I had to watch, like, a couple of videos to kind of, I'm like, okay, now I get it. Now it makes sense. So, yeah. This was because Team RWBY got really clever, and they basically asked him, we want you to separate RWBY. So, essentially what they asked for, they didn't specifically say this, but functionally what they asked for was, Ambrosius, we want you to split Penny's body from her soul, and we want you to put her soul in a human body. But we're only going to ask for the robot part, because if we ask you to do that too, those are two creations, and then one will cancel out the other, and we don't want that. So yeah, yeah, they wanted the byproduct. They didn't want the actual wish, and it worked. I mean, creation, and it worked. And I see a lot of people, were just like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. Rules were broken. That's not fair. Retcon this, retcon that. Like, without realizing, like, no, like, RWBY says get creative, because that's not what they asked for. And that's Ambrosius's problem now. And she's just edging him to do something, hopefully, that will be beneficial for Penny, because she's a real girl. She has a real soul. So, yeah. I am going to try my best to, well, I mean, that's essentially it. I already recorded the video. I just hope that I was eloquent enough in my explanation, because, you know, it was pre-recorded, so I didn't have, like, a chat here to kind of, to base it, you know, to play it off of, you know, to have an audience here to hear how the process works. But yeah, and I'm gonna say this right now. I don't think it was just Team RWBY who came up with this idea. It was a collective effort, right? Ozpin had to explain the rules. They know about Penny having a soul. They know about how if you create one thing, the other thing will cease to exist, etc. This was probably most likely a collected effort. I'm not just going to be like, oh, Ruby Rose came up with this plan alone. That definitively proves that she's absolutely 200 IQ, Giga Brain, you know, like Galaxy Brain, playing 4D chess, you know, all that other stuff. I think it was a collective effort.
Calm down.
And yeah,
We're not
so
here for your money.
Again, does anybody not follow? Does anyone still have questions before I move on? Because, I mean, that's literally how it works. Seven-head mega play. Okay. I just hope that people who are here who were confused either understand it or understand it a little better. Don't feel bad if you still don't understand, because it literally took a bunch. I don't think anyone got it the first watch. The first time I watched it, I literally thought he created the human Penny, and then I was like, well, wait a minute, why did the robot get destroyed? But it's because I didn't understand it. My question, is she still a maiden? Yes. Does she have her swords now? No. Yeah, so she can't fly with her rocket boots. She doesn't have her swords anymore. She can feel pain, so she's not made of like machine and metal anymore. Yeah, she's very much a person now. Loopholes, son. Ambrosius is a D&D genie. But yeah, so let me put this back over here so I can continue on where we left off. Okay, hold on, let me see. Yeah, so the existing robot parts. And another thing, too, was Ambrosius didn't know what was going to happen. Like, they literally put his ass in a situation. He was like, I don't know what the fuck this is going to make. And they were like, well, we have no other choice. We believe in her. He was like, all right, then. Let's do this. I'm going to make you the robot, the mechanical robot with only the parts and the virus like you asked for. And I'm going to find a way to... I'm going to find something to do with this aura, because I need to put this somewhere, because it can't be destroyed. So yeah, that is quite literally how they circumvented Penny's creation. So they basically created two things for the price of one. One of them was of their own asking, and one of them was a byproduct that Ambrosius had to do, because destroying her aura is against the rules, and you need a body for your soul, like, you know. She's aura in a skin suit. Okay, let's not go that far. All right. When's the test? Oh boy. I think Ambrosius had the opportunity to mess things up, but didn't, despite him seeming so eager to be a monkey's paw. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta pull up my thingy. Last post, but you got me thinking just now. Ambrosius could have screwed things up could have screwed them over by just making another robot without the virus, just cloning her. He had her schematics after all. Respect? I think the context there was how they were all basically telling him, like, her soul is who she truly is, you know? It's Penny that's always underneath the machine. The mechanical parts are just extra. I think they were nudging him in that direction of, well, she's not a machine, so it would be great if you don't just give her another machine body, you know? And he was just like, all right, let me do my thing. And he went with the next best thing, which is essentially humans, which is what his dad created, right? Like, the God of Light helped create humanity, so why not follow in that, you know what I mean? Like, you know what humans are. You know her anatomy and physiology based on her schematics, so he basically just made a human replica of her schematics. Let's see. Oh, boy. Yeah, she's able to feel warmth, so she's very much a human now. Hey, Arnold, I guess Penny doesn't have a skeleton. I mean, we can't take everything at such a literal degree that things just literally don't make sense. Why would we assume that she's just a bag of skin? You know what I mean? She's got arms, she's got legs, she's got structure. So those other things, like, I mean, she's quite literally a person. So, like, those other things don't need to be shown in order. Like, she's got a body. She's a human. You know what I mean? It's like, she's a Pinocchio reference. You know, Pinocchio became a real boy. He went from wood to flesh and bones. So, like, in that same vein, like, that's really what you just have to accept. You know? And I mean, realistically, like, that's another thing, too. The blue fairy turned Pinocchio into a real boy. The blue fairy turned Penny into a real girl. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're going for as well. That's something you have to always remember is, like, these characters are
not here for your money.
Based on their illusions, so... Yeah, I wish they gave Penny some shoes. I'm like, why did you take away her gloves? Why did you take away her... I mean, she didn't have shoes to begin with. She had, like, the freaking the rocket boots. Right, she had like some freaking Astro Boy legs over there, but but yeah. Oh, because RWBY wanted to be clear that she was human, and what's more human than feet? Well, I mean, you know what, I just think feet and the internet don't mix very well, so I'll just leave it at that. I love how he's like, it's done, and then he just freaking dips. He's so fucking cool, dude. I love him. I love Ambrosius. He's such a freaking dude. He's such a bro. He's so fucking cool. I love him. So, following that explanation, Atlas is slowly starting to fall. Right now, everyone's upset about this too because it's like, well, you know, it's very convenient that they mentioned that they have, you know, gravity dust holding up the holding the, you know, they have natural gravity dust that will prevent it from just like it'll slowly fall. You know, it'll slowly fall versus just relics gone. It just falls like just fucking at the drop of a freaking hat. Like a pin needle just falling straight down. Like, clearly, that would be awful. I also think that the freaking terminal velocity would literally just like, I feel like some people would just die before they even hit the ground. But yeah, like, it's slowly falling. Obviously, they would need to have that in store just because it's like, well, in the case of a relic getting taken out of its vault, or Salem somehow, some way, someday being able to do that. So yeah, like, it's still gonna crash hard into the earth. It's just not going to just fall, and people are just free falling at that point. So yeah, so this is basically what's happening. They're sending a message, and the one thing they get out is Atlas is falling, but it's like, but what? Like, Atlas is falling, but we'll be okay. We can't say the same for y'all. You know what I mean? Instantaneous panic and hysteria. I'd be shitting my pants if he said, Atlas is falling, but connection lost. I'd be like, these motherfuckers are gonna leave us to die if we don't do something. And I think this was Watts. I very much think this was Watts that cut the connection. Because Cinder is basically in position to go into the portal. Watts would most likely be cutting communications, and Lord knows what the fuck Neo is doing, because the three of them like linked up and all that. But yeah, Watts he's the techno wizard. You know, he's the whiz kid in this operation. So I'm very much certain that he was the one who cut communications. I love how like he's like, Jean's pushing a bunch of buttons, and then Jean's just like, "You're live, dude. Yeah, bro, you're live. What are you doing? Like, come on now." I love how every character is getting like their YouTuber like streaming opportunities, right? RWBY recorded a video last volume. Jean's going live this volume. These people are gonna be content creators before you know it. Jean's live streaming. Yeah, it was like for 2 seconds, and then Watts literally hacked the mainframe and took him down, just like what happens to me every so often. Whenever I lose connection, everyone's always like, "Damn, dude, Watts must have gotten you." Yep. Well, this week he got Jean and everybody in Atlas, so you know, he's constantly acting up. I did like this, that they came back to Jacques, you know, because, you know, he literally just got reapprehended, whereas Robin and Crow were smart enough to get out of there. But it's very interesting how Weiss was still looking out for her dad, even though her dad treats the family like shit, treats the mom like crap, talks down to the kids, uses them for his own political gain and everything of that sort. Hold on a sec, I don't have this on loop, my bad. There we go. And also carried out, she also like just finished carrying, like bringing Ironwood to his cell, where he like passed out immediately after. Yo, Arnold, how much are those green balls? Kind of want to bop both Fat Man and Vexed over the head with one. Love them both, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I think they were like, I honestly don't remember. I think they were like $10 for like an entire bag's worth. And yeah, so I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But like realistically, this makes sense. I'm completely fine with people who want to be like, if they have the opinion that it was rushed or it was, I feel like those are always like the immediate responses, like it was rushed or it was too convenient or it happened, you know, they got what they wanted with no repercussions, even though there's 2 chapters left. Any of those arguments, if you want to make, you're fine to make those. That comes down to a subjective viewpoint. But to say it doesn't make sense, I think is just objectively wrong. It makes sense if you can break it down and understand it. Plain and simple. The rules are in place. What they asked for is what they got. And the byproduct of what they asked for is something that Ambrosius was forced to figure out a way of, because that was not within the jurisdiction of what Team RWBY's request was. I made a somewhat, can you guys tell me if this analogy makes sense? Because this is what I used for the video. So think about it this way. And let me know if this makes sense. Think about if let's just say Team RWBY took their car into the mechanic, right? Let's just say Yang took her motorcycle, rest in peace Bumblebee, the bike, not the ship or the song. Let's just say Yang had a car and she didn't have a motorcycle, because I don't know how it would work with a motorcycle. But let's just say Yang took her car into the mechanic, and she says to the mechanic, I'm having a wheel alignment issue. My steering wheel isn't lining up with the wheels of my car when I turn, and there's kind of like a delay when I turn. I need you to fix this for me. And the mechanic goes, okay, I can do that for you. So Yang leaves, goes home, comes back the next day to find that the wheel alignment is fixed, but they have also now broken her, like they've damaged her muffler, and her muffler doesn't work anymore. What Yang asked for, they gave it to her, but the byproduct that it was created, it's now the mechanic's responsibility to find a fix for that. Not Yang's, because that's not what she asked for, even though that was the byproduct of her ask. I think that's what I used for my example to kind of make it a little easier for people to understand. And so another example would be like the commission, like asking, well, the commission is with the rules in place. That analogy is more complicated, I guess. But it's just like, you got what you asked for, but you got a little bit more, even though you didn't ask for it. It was just a byproduct of what you asked for. But the thing is, in that case, they wanted the byproduct. So, I don't know. Maybe Yang knew her muffler was messed up and wanted that to get fixed without paying for it. So, it just, you know, things lined up. Yeah, the jar and the ball works a lot better. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with that one. I used both examples in case one of them wasn't as good as the other. Yeah, I'll just use the jar one then. Because I need to edit that video tonight or tomorrow. It's going to go up on Sunday just because I want people to, I want non-first members to watch the episode too. God, if you think, if first members are, if first members are confused right now, the floodgates are about to be fucking unleashed tomorrow when non-first members watch today's episode and they're like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what the fuck just happened? Can someone explain this to me? Yeah, the visual example is better, I think, yeah. Let's see. But yeah, so yeah, Weiss decided to save her dad, even though her dad's pretty scummy. I don't know if he's gonna change his ways or whatever. But yeah, so here you go. You got the creation and the byproduct creation as well. And the byproduct is what they wanted. They wanted the real Penny, who is a human, who has a soul and now a body. And the thing that they asked for is currently terminating. The Robo Penny that was scheduled to self-terminate after the vault door was open. This is what they asked for. Because this is eventually going to be erased from existence. Arnold, please hurry with that Ambrosius video. I mean, the reason, I would upload it tomorrow, but I want my reaction video to breathe. Like, I don't like uploading anything. I don't like uploading anything on the same day as my reaction, because that's what most people are going to the channel for that day. So it'll come out on Sunday morning, most likely, if everything goes accordingly. But yeah, I still have some of these green bouncy balls, like, around my room. Oh my god. There's some, like, all the way near my door. Yeah, I literally just did this for dramatic effect. I literally just, like, poured them all out for dramatic effect. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Low-key, yeah, I'm a little upset that I now have to go and find these once the stream is done. Hey, I did that for you, chat. Don't say I never did anything for you. I'm thinking about the content, ladies and gentlemen. The content. Let's see. I'll also get to super chats at the, like, in a little bit as well, for those of you who are wondering. I just don't want, like, we're at the very end here, so I'm just gonna push on through, to these last few moments. So yeah, hugs are warm. This was really, really great too. Like, I was like, damn, Penny's a real girl, but she just got, like, giga nerfed. Like, she can feel pain, she can feel temperatures, she doesn't have rocket boots anymore. She's not, like, a machine, so, like, if she takes a hit, she'll be able to feel that hit. Like, she'll be able to feel the recoil of it. What else? She doesn't have her sword. She doesn't have, like, her visual, like, scanners that can scan buildings. She won't have that edge like she did with Cinder and Emerald, where she was able to identify which Cinder was the real one and then attack her. She won't have any of those laser beams anymore. Like, all that, like, she just got, like, fucking nerfed, but they saved her life, so, you know, you gotta give up one thing. Yeah, she's like, I am a normal meat person, just like you. RWBY Chibi spoiling again! God damn it! Oh my god! RWBY Chibi loves spoiling RWBY proper, I swear to god, dude. She literally said it. She's like, I'm a normal meat person, just like you. And lo and behold, Volume 8, she's a normal meat person, just like her. I hope you're happy, RWBY. For shame. For shame, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, this is a really cute moment. I love that glitz, that gleam in her eye when she looks at Yang. She's like, you're next. I want all the hugs from everybody. Yeah, I like this. This was great. I just really hope nothing happens to Penny, because, like, the vault is open and the relic is exposed, but Cinder is a power-hungry... She's a power-hungry one, and I think she'll still want the power regardless if the relic is exposed. And now they're all going into the portal at the same time, and they're all going to meet on the other end, and Penny's more vulnerable than ever for her to get killed and her maiden powers to be taken. But yeah, I really hope we get a moment with Penny and Pietro, right? Like a Pinocchio and Geppetto, like, Pinocchio, you're a real boy, you know? Like, how is Pietro gonna react when his daughter is actually real? You know, that's gonna be insane. That's gonna be really cool. And so yeah. Also, shout out to that one person. I believe it was early volume 7. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 chapters that I showcased their comment on my, I showcased the comment. They literally predicted this. They said, what if the blue fairy is in the relic and they make Penny a real girl, you know? And that kind of ties into the Pinocchio reference. So that person who left that comment, they low-key confirmed, they literally like predicted this before anybody, which is pretty nuts. But yeah. I am just very nervous because also I love how Weiss is like super extra with this. She's like, oh, this is mine now, by the way. I'm just gonna twirl it around as I see fit. She does close her eyes when she summons him, the same way that Ruby closes her eyes when she touches the relic. So I do think they have to have Ambrosius like in their mind, or like the thought of, I want to summon this spirit from the relic. Just because it is kind of weird that they don't have to say the name in order to summon them. So that is something to consider as well. But yeah, so I love how, and again, he's such a character. He's like, I'm back. Oh, it's you guys. Like, who else would you think it would have been? You know what I mean? You really thought they were like, okay, let's pass this around to like a different group of people and let them wish for something. You know, it's like they literally summoned you like 5 seconds. Like, you literally like went back into the staff like 2 minutes ago. I just love how he was expecting like a different crowd of people. He's like, oh, it's you guys again. Never mind. And now the second objective is creating an access point to save all the people from Atlas and Mantle before Atlas hits the ground, to send everyone to Vacuo. And makes sense for Vacuo, right? That's the next area that they'll most likely want to go to touch base with Theodore, the headmaster of Shade Academy, and secure the Sword of Destruction before Salem can. And that'll give them enough time, because if this actually works, I don't know if it'll actually work or whatever, but now Salem, without a whale, has to figure out how she's going to get from Atlas to Vacuo. You know what I mean? Tyrion and Mercury are already going to be there, so I wonder time constraint wise, I wonder if this portal will get people to Vacuo before Mercury and Tyrion get there first, actually. You know? It is possible. It just depends on how much time has passed and how long it would take for an airship to get from Atlas to Vacuo, you know? But yeah, I mean, all of them could be getting there at the same time, but if they get there and then they close out the access point for Salem, it's going to take Salem a while to get to Vacuo from Atlas without her whale. But yeah, so I do like that Yang is the one. So like they basically mention this central access point. And this is really important because they use the vaults as a reference, because who knows a vault better than a freaking spirit of a relic? You know, this is where they're housed. This is where they're stored, you know? I do like how it's Yang who presents forward the idea to use these vaults, because Yang has also had experience with 2 vaults now. She's the only one who was inside of the vault of the Spring Maiden, and now she's also in the vault of the Winter Maiden. So I like that it was Yang that brought forth that idea, because, you know, she was like, oh, I remember the other vault and this one, and it's very clear that these are not a part of Remnant in any way, shape, or form. And Ambrosius is very keen on that. He even compliments him. He's like, oh, you know, you guys are getting everything you want, and you guys might be really smart or really dumb. And, you know, he mentions, like, they need a reference. They use the Atlas military compound and snowshoe shipping for, like, their walkways, their doorways and stuff like that, to create the references for how of how this doorway system, or this crossover system is gonna work. And so you have all of these minor doorways that everybody in Atlas and Mantle are going to cross through. They're going to reach this central access point, and at the very end of the access point, there's this one giant door that everyone's going to go through and funnel themselves into to vacuum on the other end. Yes, this is essentially Fall Guys. This is a Fall Guys map. Or if you're an OG, it's Rainbow Road from Mario Kart. That's another good one. Or 3-peat, it's the Follow the Yellow Brick Road, which is literally what the whole objective. So yeah, that central access point right there in the middle of that like globe looking thing behind it, that's what's gonna lead to Vacuo. It's more like Fall Guys because there's a ton of people. Yeah, I agree. There's no go-karts over here. Yeah, Vacuo's going to have a lot of problems. I mentioned in my reaction, too. I said the people of Atlas are going to be fucked when they go to Vacuo, because they're so acclimated to the cold temperatures that climate shift is going to be a really massive shock to their system. They're going to just be like, they're not going to be able to handle the desert wasteland heat of Vacuo the same way that people from Vacuo can handle it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, yeah, there is a Cordovan poster in the background there. It was in the last episode, actually, but you can see it way more clearly now, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that climate change. Atlas has a controlled climate. I understand that, but what I'm saying is that makes it even worse. Atlas's climate is controlled, but like Vacuo's isn't. So no matter what, they're going to be, and even then, like, it's still like a harsh weather environment, you know what I mean? It's still cold, it still snows, it still rains. It's not like, oh, it's raining, but it feels like a good 75 degrees. I still think that they feel the elements. Yeah, they're going to need new clothes too, which is, I think, why a lot of the designs for Team RWBY, with the exception of maybe Blake, because Blake's wearing like a single catsuit, like she's wearing like a one-piece catsuit. Like RWBY can like take off her, like she has like, they have like a sleeveless design for RWBY, and she's also wearing like a skirt, so that's kind of cool. Yang has zippers on her pants, so she can just take those off, and she would literally be wearing like overalls with instead of like pants, it would be like shorts. So like RWBY and Yang's outfits can be minimized for like a summer environment. The two characters that need a change is going to be Weiss and Blake, I think. Especially Blake. That catsuit's going to like fucking melt to her body if she doesn't take that off. Hey Arnold, longtime viewer. Ever since your original Volume 3 reaction, I just wanted to say thank you for your constant positive presence in the community. Do you artists? Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it's been great to continue to make content. I love this show. I've never made the argument that the show is perfect. There's flaws for sure. There's things people can nitpick and call out. But I don't need to be that guy. You know, I'm going to talk about the things that I love and the things that I like and the things that get me hyped and excited for the show. And I appreciate people who show that support through watching my reactions and, you know, being part of the live stream discussion. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Time for the detour? Yeah, so this is obviously the detour. So after everything is said and done, so this is where I think Ambrosius is getting a little petty, right? Because he mentions initially how, like, oh, you guys have done your homework. You guys are clever. You guys must be really smart or really stupid. Oh, man, you guys solved all of this, disappointingly so. So I feel like he feels like he was taken for a little bit of a whirl. Like, they got everything they wanted. There was no confusion. There was no conflict or whatever. And now they're just going on their merry way. So I honestly think he purposefully made the schematics that way and, like, made the access ways without any safety rails or anything to make it more likely that people will fall. And then he decides to double down and say to himself, oh, I'm going to say one more thing, by the way. Do not fall. Do not fall. That's not ominous. That's not foreshadowing. No one's going to fall. Thanks for the advice, though. We appreciate it. And then I was like, I may fall. But yeah, Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang will most likely fall by the end. And I think that's what Carrie was referring to when he said that Volume 9 is going to be a detour of sorts. It's so crazy how anime the intros are. I think everything that happened in the intro came to fruition this volume. For the most part, right? But now, this is a problem, because you have thousands of refugees, you have Team RWBY, you have the Winter Maiden, all going through this access point, which is scuffed as fuck, by the way. Hold on, let's bring this back up real quick. Hold on, where is it? Doorways, where are you? Oh, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring this up here. So, you're telling me you're gonna make this access point and you're gonna tell me not to fall? You really think thousands of people are gonna be able to march single file? They probably will, until Cinder decides, hey, I can stir up a lot of commotion and chaos and hysteria if I start pushing people off the edge, if I start shooting magic and fire and you know, just creating a massive cause for concern where Ruby and Weiss and Blake are gonna, you know, obviously be forced to save people or try to save people, right? Ruby can do that with her semblance. Weiss can summon, like, the Queen Lancer to go down and fly and save people. Blake can probably throw some shadow clones in there to, like, boost people back up or whatever. I don't know what Yang's really gonna do. Penny can no longer fly, so Penny's kind of useless at this point. And, yeah, and then Neo can be in disguise, too, so Neo could also be, like, staging a way of trying to get the drop on them, too. So, yeah, I feel like... So here's what I think, right? And I'm looking at this sequence so differently now. So if they fall, as they're falling, Grimm are grabbing Ruby and, like, reaching out. So, like, I just don't know. Like, is there like another Grimm down there? Is this like, are those hands, like, representative of people who have fallen and have turned Grimm? I don't know. This is all speculation at this point, but I mean, yeah, Penny can still fly because she's a maiden, but I mean, like, effectively to save people. I think Penny is gonna have to really learn how to be like a human. You know what I mean? Like, she was basically a computer program the entire time, so everything was like perfect calculations and all that. Lord knows if she even knows how to fly at this point. Plus, she was able to fly before she got her maiden powers, so if anything, her instinctive nature to fly might be a little different now. You know? Also, she's a robot, so, like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to carry a bunch of people or whatever. But yeah, I just meant in the sense of, like, she won't be able to fly with efficiency to be able to, like, actively try to save people. Yeah. But yeah, are the Grimm below the paths? I'm just looking at the second shot there with Ruby falling and the Grimm grabbing her and then also reaching out for the relic. So I'm just wondering if that's also like a thing we're supposed to interpret for this scene. We see them fall, so that at the very least gives us the idea that they're gonna fall. But like the follow-up to that fall is very interesting. And then like all of their weapons clash to the bottom and they're not there anymore. So I don't know. It's Cinder's Grimm hand. I mean, yeah, so like that one hand that grabs her, it looks like Cinder's hand, and then the other ones kind of look like generic Grimm hands. Like everyone says like Apathy or Knucklevi, but they can just represent Grimm in general. I don't think those hands specify like specifically that's what the Grimm is. It can just represent the Grimm period. But yeah, yeah, a lot of problems. A lot of problems that are going to happen from this because they did think of almost everything. They just didn't think that Cinder, because that's the thing too, like why would they think about Cinder now? Because the last time they saw Cinder, she ran away from the fight that they had because she got blasted by Ruby Silver Eyes. So like at this point, they probably think Cinder's out of the equation, you know? Penny had a run-in with her, but I don't think Penny has told them that she's had a run-in with Cinder. So, yeah, they're probably not expecting someone to go through there and act up. There are two Cinder hands grabbing her. Like I said, I think it just represents the villains, the Grimm. I don't think it's super, super literal. But yeah, we have 2 chapters left. We got all of that with 2 chapters left. I thought they would have saved the relic for like the penultimate chapter, right? We got the relic, we got the lamp in the we got the lamp in the finale of volume 5. So we got the lamp in volume 5. They used it in volume 6. I thought it was going to be very similar where we would get the relic in the penultimate chapter or the finale, but we wouldn't use it for a while, but we secured it, used it twice in the same episode, and there's still 2 chapters left. The penultimate chapter and the finale, which these 2 chapters are going to be fucking insane. Still waiting for the Atlas Ball. Oh boy, yeah, you and everybody else apparently. But yeah, that is the chapter, ladies and gentlemen. That is currently where we are right now with the current state of affairs. Oh no. Oh, God damn it. Hold on, give me a second. My super chats just got deleted. Hold on. Like I was literally about to respond to them, but then I took slow chat off. Someone said, hold on a second. Someone said my mic is cutting in and out. How do I sound? How do I sound? Oh, it's good? Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. I really hope I can get these, because I literally was saving super chats till the end of the stream. Hold on, let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, they're on this page now. That's so weird. Okay, so I can see them now. All right, so let's get through a couple of these, and then we will read off the poll for this week, and then we're gonna read our little segment for the Cat in the Hat, and then we will close out the stream. Not a bad stream. We got through the discussion in 3 hours. Technically like 2.5 because the first 20-30 minutes was me chatting with you guys. But yeah, thumbnail or description? No. I do not believe we have that yet. We didn't get it last week either. So I don't think y'all should really expect that. Also, yeah, Zach, I am going to get through the rest of the super chats like I just mentioned, so just give me a second there. Let's see. This is related to the gods, the real villains. They gave humans the power of creation, destruction, choice, and knowledge, and they never thought, what if they chose to rebel or try to destroy us? I mean, at the end of the day, that's still something that could happen. They'll summon the gods back and be like, because the gods' whole plan is like, we'll once again live among you, but they might just be like, hey, we don't need you to live among us. Go back to wherever you came from. We just wanted to tell you that. Anything happening tomorrow? I mean, Chapter 13 comes out tomorrow. That's the Genshin plot, LOL. Oh, boy. I can't wait to get back to playing Genshin this week. Or, I don't think I'm going to stream it all this week. I think I'm probably going to stream on Monday at this point. I hope you get this. Are you still going to do RWBY Chibi? And I have an RWBY theory after you're done with Season 13. Yes, I'm still going to do RWBY Chibi, I promise. Me and Cal are kind of putting together a revised format for how I want to tackle content, because I've really been struggling, especially like this last year. And like, I've now got editors. Like, I've now reached out to some people to start editing my videos. Someone is editing that Ozpin video. Another person's going to be editing some of my gaming videos, so I won't have to worry about that. And, like, I'm going to make sure that I have, like, a fixed schedule for, like, days that I record, days that I upload, days that I edit stuff on my, like, for things that I edit too. Just because, like, yeah, I've kind of screwed up a lot when it comes to sticking to a schedule and properly managing my time, and I do feel bad about that. We put out a poll recently, or a survey recently, and I've got a lot of like first-hand responses from my community, both on YouTube, on Patreon, on Twitch, and yeah, I do kind of feel really bad about that, and I do want to make an active I'm making an active what's the word I'm looking for? I'm making an effort, basically. I'm making a concerted effort to try to fix things, so that way things move more. So there's just more consistency moving forward. And she's helping me out with that, and she's been great. And like, I don't know, like I honestly need some of the help, to be honest, because a lot of it does weigh down on me a lot and makes me very anxious. You know, it's really easy to put out RWBY because it's like, well, this is like the main thing I'm focusing on, but then to deal with all these other things, that's where like things kind of like compound and become really stressful for me. And then I just kind of tunnel vision and just do one thing, which is RWBY. But I know that won't last forever. You know, I do have to have like a future-proof plan in the future, you know, pivoting content, being more consistent, you know, mixing gaming content with reaction content, with anime content, with original content, with RWBY content, just so, you know, there's foreseeable content in the future if one show ends and another show begins, you know? So yeah. Genshin lore videos, maybe? Yeah, Genshin lore is an interesting one because it's really overwhelming. The Genshin lore and like plot is very overwhelming to kind of tackle by yourself. Eruption Fang started playing Genshin, and I really want to get him on board with like doing lore videos together, but it's so overwhelming for me, and he's just getting into it. So like you know, it's a lot to ask to be like, yo, do this thing with me as well. But there's not a lot of other content creators out there that I could think of to collaborate with for lore videos. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's finish this up. For everyone who's heading out, thank you guys all so much for tuning into the live stream discussion. We have officially ended it. It is officially done. Oh, also, really quick, we got some beautiful concept art. We got Ambrosius and Jin side by side. I love that. I really hope we get a moment between them two at some point in the future. We have RWBY there for scale, 5'4", tiny little girl next to these gigantic, like, behemoths of freaking, you know, like, godly beings. We have Team Juniper at the comms tower. We have a render of Penny, like human Penny. We have the Vault of the Winter Maiden Door, which is kind of cool. They use the Vault of the Spring Maiden Door as a reference. And we also got the vault itself, which is really great. It has like a bunch of flowers and like a spring meadow. So it's kind of cool how whatever region you're in, the following season seems to be reflective of the vault. So, right, so Atlas is cold. You would think winter. What's the season that follows winter? Spring. And that's what the vault looks like. So I think that might be the tell, if you will. So yeah, I really like that. I think that's really cool. Okay, so let's get through the rest of these super chats. Orion Hero, thank you for the $5 donation. Hey Arnold, longtime watcher, first time donating. Does this mean Penny could get a semblance? She already had maiden powers, so it would be amazing. Also, love your streams. Have a good day. That would be kind of cool, honestly. Yeah, I think so. Like, right, this whole time she's just been shooting laser beams and all that, so maybe now she'll have, like, a deliberate semblance, instead of, like, laser beams that coincide with the technology that is, composed of her. Are you going to upload Beastar's reaction / reviews? I think that's going to be the first anime series that I upload when I do decide to go forward with that, actually. I've actually already started Beastars. I'm almost done with it. But yeah, I definitely just need to figure out my next course of action before I make any more promises that I can't follow through with. So moving forward, I just want to say, the big thing for anime is I need to find a proper format. I don't want to do anything that can get my channel in trouble, and that's the big reason why I haven't done anime content sooner. It's just finding a format that works for most people, that would get me the most views, or that would, I guess, not get the most views, but would justify me continuing to do the series, you know what I mean? And would get people to watch weekly or look forward to whatever I'm focusing on, and things of that nature. Arnold, quick, what's your favorite animal? Crows and ravens. Birds, in general. I like a good bald eagle. Yeah. Crows and ravens, yeah. That's somewhat why my name is MurderofBirds also. Ah, yes, it comes around full circle. They're birds! Cracked it! What's your favorite ice cream? I used to love chocolate ice cream when I was a kid, and I ate it so much that I no longer like it. So vanilla ice cream is my favorite ice cream. From McDonald's, specifically. I think McDonald's ice cream is so fucking good. It's probably, like, the most processed thing in the world, but I love it. Iced! No! Iced cream. Oh, God, dude. We're never going to escape this iced meme, I swear to God. Well, I mean, it's ice cream you asked me about. That's not kind of... I'm not memeing. All right? We're not doing this, chat. I'm not today, okay? We're moving on. Anyways, I think that scene with Cinder is actually Neapolitan. Falling scene reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Love RWBY. Love your RWBY. Been here since Volume 3. Crowetta. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. My voice is like going hoarse right now. Holy shit. Hey, if you guys didn't like the video, I'd really appreciate if you could do that right now. Nora, smash that like button right now. I swear to God. We still have the poll to get through, so yeah. Let's see. Let's get through the rest of these super chats really quick, and then we'll wrap this up. I love how someone gave $25 donation for my fucking chair. That's next level. That's insane. Let's see. I hope I'm not the only one finding it a little scary how similar Ozpin is to how similar Oscar is to Ozpin now. It's hard to tell them apart sometimes. I mean, they're still merging back and forth. Like, right, Ozma's still taking control. So we know that the process hasn't been complete just yet. But at the very least, yeah, that process can still happen at any point. I think once they stop flipping back and forth, or when it happens a lot less often, I think that's when we'll be able to tell for certain when it happened. Who's your favorite B-Star character? Probably Legacy. I mean, he's the star of the I like the panda too. The panda dude. That guy's a badass. I don't remember the panda's name. I actually have to get back and finish the rest of the season. Let's see. I just had an idea. The Lamp of Knowledge, Jin, Guinevere, the Staff of Creation, Ambrose, Merlin, the Sword of Destruction, the Lady of the Lake, the Crown of Choice, King Arthur. That would be badass, dude. That would be sick, actually. Wow. That's like some round table shit right there. Yeah, that's neat. That's pretty nice-oo. That's a great idea right there. Lightspeed. Thank you for the super chat. Rockslid? I bet the crown shows you the outcome of any option you could choose. What happens if I do this? What happens if I do that? Kinda. We already know what the Relic of Choice, presumably based on a fairy tale, we know what the Relic of Choice is capable of, or what it could be capable of if the fairy tale has any merit. Greatest anime of all time, Hunter x Hunter 2011. Don't at me. Well, at least that's my favorite. I don't know about greatest. I haven't been watching anime in like the last 5-6 years. But I mean, who doesn't know that Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime at this point? I think I talk about that so much now. DVD Harbinger. Considering the relics were made by the God of Light to summon them back, does that mean the God of Darkness is aware of what's going on? Probably not, because he just like big yeeted himself into the freaking moon and like disappeared into the cosmos. That's why I think the relics were only made by the God of Light, and it's going to force the Brother of Darkness back, whether he likes it or not. Which is why it was odd to me that the 4 relics were made by one of the gods, which seemingly forces his brother back into this situation. It would have made a lot more sense if both brothers made both relics and had equal part and agreed to come back together, instead of it seemingly being like one brother forcing the other one back into that situation. Also, Cyber D Crest, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. My gift to you. Thank you so much. That is so generous. Thank you very, very much. That is the tail end of the stream, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you. Let's see. Let me get through the last bit of these. Can he make portals of time? Yeah, if you can tell him how to make those. If you can tell him how to make the thing you want him to make, he can make it. If you can't, then he can still make it. It's just you can't tell him how to make it. He can make anything. You just have to tell him how to make it. That's all. Oh my god! What the heck? Let's double it up. Oh my god, that's crazy, bro. Can he make a cake? Okay. Yeah, give him a good recipe. Cyber Decrest, thank you so... That's way too much. Thank you so much. Good God. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Who's gonna triple? Okay, let's not do that, please. Oh my God! Stop! Okay, I'm literally just getting like lightheaded right now. Holy shit. Okay. That's too much. That's officially too much. I'm cutting you off. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Any more, and you're actually gonna make me a little concerned. So I appreciate it, seriously. Thank you so much. You don't need to do that. Tony Batiste. I wonder if the girl who fell through the world theory is gonna come true this volume. Hell, he might have been speaking with a little bit of foresight there. It might be RWBY becomes the modern age girl who fell through the world. Oh my god. Okay, let's get through the rest of these super chats so I can freaking go on with my life. Is it just me or does Valentine Stokes sound like Zalden? A little bit. A little bit. Zalden had a little bit more like a little more broodiness to his voice. So yeah, I could see it though. I could see it. Hey, Kita, thank you so much for the 20 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm surprised you're still here, by the way. I appreciate all of you guys who've been here from the very beginning. I know that's like a big ask. That's a big expectation. Don't worry, we still got Cat in the Hat. We still got the poll. I'm just getting through the rest of these super chats. Artistic Freedom. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm just reading off your other super chat here as well. Technogachi. RWBY uses Rule's lawyer. It's super effective. Oh, yeah, because, like, she basically, like, pulled the wool over and his eyes. Whoa! Little late, but happy St. Patrick's Day from Belfast City. Lily, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, St. Patty's Day recently. Was St. Patty's Day, like, 2 days ago, right? The 17th, I think it is. I mean, I don't follow that. I'm not Irish. I got nothing against it, but, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, hopefully everybody's, you know, living responsibly during that day. But, yeah, thank you so much, Lily. I appreciate that. Hunt, you mad lad. I love you, but you need to stop. What do I need to stop? I'm trying to finish my stream, and y'all keep... Black Ghost, love your reactions, Arnold. I keep trying to end my stream and finish reading stuff, but y'all are sending me more stuff to read, which is creating this paradox where I'm just like, you guys are constantly feeding into the thing that I'm trying to inevitably stop. Pretend this is $100. Oh, man. Pretend this is $100. Good night. Can't wait for tomorrow's episode. Hydro, thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate it. You have yourself a good night as well. My God, what is happening right now? This is happening at the tail end of the stream of all places, of all times. This is insane. Is this considered like the cool kids club? It's like all the normies are gone. Now we can actually like pop off like you know, pop off like a low-key community. Black Ghost and just for good luck. Good luck for what do I need to look for? Is something gonna happen to me? Cherokun, you in on this? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Cyber Decrest, look what you've done. Look what you've started. Jesus. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so very much. Ryan, what's up, buddy? Little late. During your free time on making RWBY content, you should check out Microwave Society and Smitty on YouTube. They're funny. Hopefully if I can remember that. Microwave Society. I think I've heard of that, actually. Yeah, I mean, I'll if I remember that, I'll definitely check it out. Annie Mix. I wish they made a RWBY sequel series with Summer Rose as the main character. A lot of people want an OVA, like a spinoff or an OVA of Team Stark, so that'd be pretty pog, honestly. If that did happen. Let's see. Have you played Strikers? I have not. I won't be able to play Strikers until like late April, early May, because I'm waiting for RWBY to be done, and then I have to work on the Oscars for RWBY, so that's gonna take about a month. So I'll let people know. I'm gonna give people like a week in advance the date, the time, the place. It's gonna be on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/MurderofBirds. If you guys want to keep up with my gaming content for Persona, especially. The stream shall continue like Cinder's thirst for power. Oh boy, I mean, I'm still having to read all of these old super chats, and you guys are presenting new super chats, which is preventing me from reading the old ones to get to the poll, to get to the cat in the hat, to end the stream so I can go eat my dinner. Chris, we gotta keep you here until the thumbnail drops. That's actually kind of clever. Keep up the great work, bud. Oh boy, keep them coming. Okay, guys. Save your money. Stop spending it on me. Hey, if actually, you know what? You know what? I'm about to pop off right now. All future proceeds will be going to the Chaircoon Content Creation Fund. All of your hard-earned money will now go to support this mad lad. Oh, here they start coming. I mentioned Chaircoon, and I just get fucking $60 at the drop of a hat. Are you fucking serious? What dinner? I mean, I was gonna go and make some ramen noodles for dinner. Jesus. Oh my god, what have I done? Black Ghost, thank you for the additional $50 super chat. Jacqueline Walker, consider this a gift for all the laughs since Volume 3. Keep them coming, guys. Jesus. I'm dying? Okay, you know what? I gotta finish reading these old super chats. If y'all are trying to still send more, you do you. But I'm gonna read these old ones before I read the new ones, because I have to make sure that people's donations get properly addressed. Let's see. Just like in Aladdin, when he bet the genie he couldn't get them out of the cave, he didn't actually wish for it. That's how I actually explained it. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Whoa! 855, you dunce! Thank you so much for the 855, Manuel. Thank you for the 855, you dunce. I appreciate it. I also love that we got that notification off. That notification goes off very rarely. If you donate $8.55 in the link in the description, Weiss will say, "It's 855, you dunce." Like from and I thought that was clever. I was like, maybe people will do that. Who knows? So yeah, that's a little treat for those of y'all who want to learn, who know that now for future streams. All right, let's see. Someone said during my explanation, I feel like this is a college class. I mean, kinda. I was trying to just spit some knowledge on you guys and just let as many people as possible know about how the rules of the relic and how the planet entirely worked, because it does make sense. It really does. It just it's just a matter of I don't know, just I guess applying it in a way that makes sense, or using visual aid. I think the visual aid really helped as well. Imagine her father's reaction when she sees her with, yeah, that's what I said too. Imagine her dad's reaction. She'd be like, "Pinocchio, you're a real boy." It's like, "Penny, you're a real girl," or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. I think what happens when you drink water, your IQ skyrockets. Stay hydrated. I love how you're so invested into this. Keep up the great work, King. Valen Chewy, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. My God, Jamie! Get out of here! What are you doing here? Spit knowledge, big facts coming through. Hey, what up, Jamie? Thank you for the $101, bud. Let's end this stream off with a yang. Hashtag iced. I'ma head out. Thanks for the live stream. All right, Black Ghost, I'm cutting you off, okay? Thank you so much for the generosity tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. And I hope you guys look forward to tomorrow's chapter. My reaction goes out tomorrow and all that other stuff. But thank you so much, Black Ghost. You have yourself a good night. And again, thank you very, very much for the support. All right, let's see. I think Penny's gloves aren't gone because they weren't actually gloves. Those were just her robot hands. No, I think they were gloves because there were some points where the gloves have actually gotten like charred off and you see like her fingers underneath or her robot hands underneath. So I do think that they were just aesthetic. I think they were literally gloves. So it was just a little weird that they were like, "No gloves, no shoes for you. Have fun." Maybe it was to emphasize her actual human hands and her actual human feet, like she's an actual person. Let's see. They're all becoming content creators. Yeah, so like RWBY was recording videos last volume. John's live streaming now. They rented a drawing tablet and kept the drawing. True, actually. All right, so I think those are all of the old super chats that y'all sent me during the stream when I was rambling and going off on a bunch of stuff.
We're
Whoa!
not here for your money.
Hey! Crest! What the heck? $158.55 in 2 minutes? Are you crazy? Oh my god, dude. Thank you so much. So you did give an $8.55, you dunce. So that's another thing, too. I have to call you a dunce if you donate $8.55, you dunce. So Cyber D Crest, thank you so very much for the donations and the super chats. You're actually crazy. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you need to stop. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now I gotta catch up to all the new ones. Okay, hold on. Hey Arnold, remember the Team Silver fanimation? Someone made one similar. So someone actually apparently made like a RWBY Red Trailer fan tribute thing, and they tagged me on Twitter today. And I think I'm gonna watch that after RWBY Volume 8's done. Wait, Silver too? Wait, did they do one for Silver? Oh, shit, I didn't know that. I'll check out both of them then. But yeah, that's definitely something that I'll check out once Volume 8's done, just because I literally have this chapter, then next week's chapter, and then RWBY's done. So I'll do that during the RWBY off-season. I think that would be cool, and it'll be great to kind of spread the awareness of that, too, to other people. Let's see. Yeah, the one by Roundtable. Yeah, Roundtable tweeted at me today, actually. I guess the guy who animated it, and he was like, hey, I animated this. I'd be really cool if you check it out and did a reaction. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. I think that'd be pretty cool. Check out Dark 2. Yeah, there've been a bunch of requests that people have had, like there's like a RWBY 30 days animation. There's the Team Dark. There's I've also, I've mainly checked out like Mark Zhang's stuff, like with Team Silver. But yeah, I'll definitely check out some of those other things. I think that would be kind of cool for like off-season content, off-season stuff to check out regarding RWBY. Yeah, I don't think there's a thumbnail, guys. I don't think... Oh. Nope. I do not believe that there is. At least not right now. And if not, I don't really mind. I kind of like the idea of going into the chapter blind, these last two chapters especially. There's nothing else that's going to, like, give us any type of We're going in blind, guys. I'm sorry. I think that's kind of exciting, because we're always looking forward to something, the night before. Hey, Hunt, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Give Chair Coon something nice. Hey, I got you, fam. Chair Coon appreciates that. No thumbnail, then we keep going? Yeah, how you guys gonna keep me around if there's no thumbnail? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Black Ghost, thank you again for the $10 super chat. You have yourself a good night. Okay. I think we're caught up. Yes, we are. We are caught up. Screw you, chat. I made it through. All right. Okay. We are getting into Season 2, Round 12 of the opinionated pointless polls for this week. We have 2 polls left. We have one for next week's chapter and one for the finale chapter, and Season 2 is being put to bed until Season 3 returns with Volume 9. Okay, so really quick, I don't want to dox myself. We're going to check out the results of last week's poll, and then we will move on. So let's see, desktop. Okay, here we go. So, welcome to Round 2, Season 2, Round 11, the opinionated pointless polls. So, unfortunately, it was not a unanimous polling situation. Out of 2,109 people, 6.4% eat cereal the wrong way. Not good. Not good. Okay, I expected better from you guys. But yeah. And it's literally everybody. Anyone who votes milk first is clinically insane. That's my boy Ankh. I had to like that one. Yeah. Everyone was just dunking on people who put milk first. They're like, what the fuck? Are you crazy? And you go on Twitter. I'm sorry, you go on YouTube. 13,000 votes, 7%. So it's a little bit of an uptick in terms of the turnout. And then everyone's like, the only acceptable way for cereal second is when you're having another bowl and there's still some milk left over. Broke it off with my girl. She put milk in the bowl before the cereal. Yeah, I think people are mostly memeing, but these are still pretty funny, you know? How the hell do you eat cereal the wrong way? How do you eat cereal the wrong way? By putting the milk first, okay? What do I mean? I don't mean literally eating the cereal. I mean preparing it. You prepare it the wrong way. And then it's just a bad eating experience, because then by the time you eat the cereal, like some of the cereal that's already in there, like it's just disproportionate. Your bowl has more milk than cereal in it. Usually you fill up the bowl and then you cascade the milk over the cereal to create this I don't know, this happy balance between, like, you get it, you have enough milk, but you know that there's a healthy amount of cereal in there that would, by the time you're done, you'll be satisfied. If you put the milk in first and then the cereal, the milk is mostly gonna float on top of the milk. But yeah, anyways, I'm not getting into this, guys. I'm not doing this, all right? I'm not a monster, okay? Anyways, Chloe, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Love your reactions. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Cyber Decrest not caught up anymore. Oh, I mean, I'll get there. Salvador, this is about the thumbnail. It's always been about the thumbnail. Ironwood, probably. Oh, yeah, like, this is about Mantle. It's always been about Mantle. Yeah, people are just chilling now for the thumbnail. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Take care, all. Cyber D, thank you so much for the support. Thank you very much for tuning into the live stream. I hope you enjoyed. You have yourself a great night. Hunt, sleep has always been for the weak. Well, I'm getting pretty weak myself. It's already 10 o'clock. But, I mean, I appreciate you guys nonetheless. Cereal first, milk second, bowl third. That's kind of funny. That's pretty funny. Okay, this week's poll. Pretty vanilla, pretty simple. This week's poll is a simple one. Based on these 4 popular fruits, which one is your favorite to eat? Apples, oranges, grapes, or bananas? Let me know what you guys think in the chat first. Apples, oranges, grapes, or bananas? I feel like I know which one's gonna win, but I don't want to say anything until next week because I don't want to influence anybody's decision. But, yeah. Ooh, a lot of bananas in there. Apples. Okay, yeah, so there's a healthy mixture. Okay, so polls going up on Twitter. Polls going up on YouTube. And have fun. We'll come back to that next week and see the results. And as we close the chat, ladies and gentlemen, we have saved the best. Hold on. And as we close the chat, ladies and gentlemen, we saved the best for last. Yeah, there's a bit of lag there. That's a little awkward. Hold on a second. Oh, no! Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Refresh, refresh. Okay, we're good? Okay, yeah, that was a little awkward. Hold on, give me a second. The real poll, Chair Kuna Arnold. Come on, that's so disrespectful. Don't do that to your boy. Okay, we're good? Yeah, it's because I literally hit the record button. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. we have arrived at the true quality content that you guys all subscribed and tuned in for 3.5 hours for. The continuation of my Cat in the Hat saga. Okay? We are 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages in. We still have 59 pages, so let's just hope that RWBY continues to go on for the next 59 episodes. Fingers crossed that we get like as many volumes as we have right now. Alrighty. I'm trying to get the book in the shot too, just so it kind of looks a bit authentic, but I'm having struggles. I'm having troubles. All right. Here we go. Also, there's going to be no context. So, like, I'm reading these page by page once a week. So, if you're lost, that's your fault. Okay? So, all we can do was sit. Wait. So, all we can do was sit. And we did not like it. Not one little bit. Well, aren't you? Isn't that unfortunate? Well, isn't that unfortunate? You know what? I'm going to read that again because that's actually kind of... Yeah, it's not... Yeah. So all we can do was sit. And we did not like it. Not one little bit. These kids are unhappy right now, okay? And the Cat in the Hat's about to drop some fucking... Drop a fucking... I don't know, this man's about to pop off right now on these kids and be like, yo, you guys are sad, you guys are unhappy, it's raining outside, you can't go out, you can't do anything, you're just gonna sit there and do nothing? I got you, fam. I got you. But yeah, Cat in the Hat. Look at this man. This man's like, look at how he's look at how he's presented right here. He's like, I'm sorry I had to do it to him. Like, he's literally just like that meme. You know I had to do it to him. I'm fucking tired and hungry. I'm done here. All right. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, God. More super chats. Hey, we're done here. Okay? The super chat train has left the station, I'm afraid. YouTube can't handle the power of my donations. Didn't you say you were leaving? Goodbye, Cyber. All right? Goodbye. I appreciate it, but goodbye. Hunt SD, Watts be sus? True. I wonder what Watts is going to pop off in the next 2 chapters. Cayenne Lewis, Arnold with the chat, with the hat in the... Wait. Arnold with the chat, with the cat in the hat. Yo, bars. Let's go. I don't even know what RWBY is. I'm just here for the cat. I don't know what RWBY is. I'm just here for the cat in the hat. Oh, that was too good. We be sitting waiting for the thumbnail. One more for the win. Oh, man. That's too good. This was such a funny idea, dude. Just fucking... Like, what? This comes out of nowhere at the very end of the stream. You have to be, like... You have to be like a die-hard, dedicated fan to have sat through 3.5 hours just to get your daily dose of Cat in the Hat. So, Colton, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in to the live stream. This is where we have to part ways for the day. Hopefully you've seen my $4 super chat. Hey, I see it. I see you. I got you, buddy. But yeah, tomorrow's chapter 13, penultimate. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. The Rooster Teeth Twitter is like, don't spoil it for tomorrow, but it's like they low-key spoil themselves, so that's kind of like, that's like, they're capping right there. But yeah, my reaction will go up on YouTube as per usual at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daytime, since, you know, daylight savings and all that. My reaction for tomorrow's chapter will be posted on Patreon as soon as possible, as soon as I can get it posted for early access. And yeah, everything else will kind of fall through. The live stream discussions, I think at this point we're just going to do these on either I still want to do them on Thursdays if I'm able to, but here we are again, another Friday. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging out with me in the chat. Thank you guys all so fucking much for the donations, for the super chats, for everyone who became a channel member. You guys will have access to my Discord server if you link your YouTube account with your Discord account. For everyone who did that today, I really appreciate that as well. Yeah, tomorrow's the new chapter, so hopefully we can make it through this together. I hope you guys enjoyed tomorrow's reaction. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. And I will catch you guys back here same time next week, or hopefully maybe roughly this time next week for chapter 13. But thank you guys all so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy tomorrow's chapter. Enjoy my reaction. Enjoy your weekend, the rest of your week. And participate in the poll as well, since that just went up as well. But yeah, thank you guys all so much. Have a good night, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.